What is good, everyone? What is poppin'? It's the kid. It's the most hated yet anticipated Mikey T, the movie star, and I'm back with another major exclusive, you guys. I had to give this one to you a little bit early. Everybody who watches this stream tonight is going to get this exclusive just a little bit early. Plus, we're going to be talking about Little Durk. We're going to be talking about Quando, Rondo. I want everybody to know we're going to have a great show tonight. I've got some exclusive AR Ab audio for everybody that's tuning in tonight, where he's basically speaking on Gilly the Kid, Cassidy, and he's also touching on who defeated Cassidy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, there was a battle that a lot of people have talked about. I've actually spoken with a number of people about it. I spoke with Ablava about it. I spoke with Spado about it. You know what I mean? I spoke with a number of people about this, and everybody in Philly pretty much knows it was Little Rucky who battled Cassidy at one point. You know, it was a battle that had taken place before Cassidy became who he was, but there was always the rumor of the battle that Cassidy actually had with the Major Figgas member. What's poppin'? Angela, South Carolina is in the building tonight. That is for sure. Major salute to you for tuning in. Lions Den, respect on the tune in tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this video. I've got an epic exclusive for everybody that tunes in tonight, you guys. I've got some new exclusive audio from ARAB that we're going to be dropping in just a few minutes. Oh, it's irrelevant. Let me know how irrelevant this is. Let me know how irrelevant this is. Oh yeah, Wallow is out killing it right now, Ab, and Gilly is really, you know, I just spoke with Gilly the other day, and I had to ask him. I was like, "Yo, Gil, is this the favorite part of your career?" Can y'all hear this audio fine? Can everybody hear the audio fine? Buffalo 716 was popping. Amir Brooks, what is good to North Philly? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all are hearing this first. You know, but Ab, man, I'm looking forward to all the history in the future that we're gonna make, man.
What was Gilly answer to that question you asked?
Gilly was like, you know, Gilly really liked the rapping part of his career. Gilly really loved that rapping part of his career because, you know, he was going to everybody like.
I was young, right?
Yeah.
Story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. They had Dickie suits on there, one-piece Dickie suits, right? You know, me and Gilly from the same hood, but he from like 3 blocks up, you know what I'm saying? So he come down my block. We 15 deep out there, man. And it's confidence.
Right now, AR Rab is actually speaking about how Gilly the Kid and Bump J. Yeah, Bump J from Major Figgas. Bump from Major Figgas. Bump J. Yep, Major Figgas. A lot of people be commenting about the Bump J from Chicago on my page. Block, what's popping, man? New Orleans is in the building. I've got some new exclusive audio for everybody tonight, and we're basically going to get into what Ab had to say about Cassidy's battle. You know what I mean? Ab had a lot to tell me about Cassidy's battle, who he would like to see Cassidy battle in the future, as well as Gilly. This audio I'm about to play right now, Ab's basically speaking on Gilly.
It blew my mind because we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I'm a young guy. Like, I'm probably like 13, 14. But I'm out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and said, and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And after that, I was like, this motherfucker know how to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? This before Major Figgas and all that. This is like this hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to like Gilly and them used to person shit back then.
Yeah, you know. So right here, AR Rab is basically breaking down how when he was a young bull, when he was like 13, 14 years old, Gilly the Kid had come up on his block. They had only lived about 3 to 4 blocks apart. And actually, you know, Gilly at one point like came to Ab's portion of the block when Ab was out there with like 30 people, legitimately, all of his old heads, because Ab was a young bull at the time. And Gilly really gave off such an impression, You know what I mean? Gilly really gave off such an impression that really stuck with Ab all this time. Chevy Woods, major salute to you, big bro. I really appreciate you tapping in, man. Hit me back on the DM, man. I'd really love to have you on the channel in the near future. Major salute to Chevy Woods, man. Always showed love. I remember that one time, I believe he was in Miami. Chevy Woods was actually in Miami, and he let me come and do a little interview with him that we actually put on the front page of This Is 50. And Chevy Woods actually gave me my first shot of that Bombay gin. Chevy was like, yo, you want to take a shot of this Bombay with me, Mikey T? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to take a shot of that with you, Chevy. Are you kidding me right now? I seen this Bombay all throughout the videos. I've been waiting to have a drink of it. So yeah, major salute. Major salute to Chevy Woods. Everybody make sure you go follow Chevy Woods if you're not already following him on Instagram right now. Really good guy and actually a very talented artist. You know what I mean? And when it comes to Chevy Woods, I think you can put this by his name, longevity. So if anybody's not following Chevy, follow my guy right now. Twin Frank, what's popping with you? What's good, Mikey T? And Chevy Woods, T-God for life. Major salute. Like Rosewood said, Rosewood, I just sent you the link when you want to join in. You know, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We're actually going to dip into the old story of Cassidy losing a battle. You know what I mean? Because the rumor was 5,000-0. You know, the rumor was 5,000-0, actually. You know, but Gilly, Arab, Ab Lava, Bump J, a lot of different major figures artists have told me different. A lot of different artists have told me different. And now I did an interview with Ab last week, and he was like, yo, I actually witnessed Gilly the Kid come into my block. I mean, don't get it twisted. They only lived like 2 to 3 blocks apart from what Ab had just said. But Gilly came to his block with such an arrogance and a presence, a demeanor that gave off, you know, an arrogance that Ab remembers to this day. And the way he came up and battled Ab's old head really left an impression on him. Ab had told me a number of times that he was inspired by what Gilly the Kid and the major figures were doing. I know a lot of people were. You know, I know a lot of people were. I'm going to pin that shit up right now, though, so everyone can follow the legend. Salute my guy, Chevy. But yeah, Rosewood's about to tap in too. Angela, appreciate you. South Carolina's in the building. Everybody hit that like button. Share this video, you guys. The more eyes on this story, the better. You know what I mean? We got to keep like I told Dark Low, we had your shit buzzing every single day when you was locked up. So when you came home, it was like you was never gone. Same thing. I'm going to do the same thing with Arab, you guys. Same thing with Ab. We just shot a dope interview before all the controversy popped off last week, and I got a little bit sidetracked. I won't lie, I got a little bit sidetracked. I had to defend Dark Low. I had to defend the union of OBH. I had to let the general public know that just because there's inner turmoil between 2 artists and OBH, it doesn't mean the end of a record label. Def Jam or Epic Records or Death Row Records, Interscope, any of these labels have had artists that have had dissension between 2 of the members of the groups. I mean, look what happened with DMX and Ja Rule. Both were under the Def Jam umbrella. Greatest of friends at first. Greatest of friends. The world was theirs. But then they lost their friendship. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to DMX. But, stuff like that can happen in the industry where you can get separated from somebody that you really loved at one point. But it doesn't mean a record label is going to be over with. You know what I mean? Look what happened with Irv Gotti and Ashanti. You know what I mean? Even though they were going through all types of issues, they still released multi-platinum albums. They still released multiple multi-platinum albums. Salute my guy Brillo. My bad, man. The clip with DMX actually just got a little bit lost up with the shuffle. You know what I mean? People weren't really showing it as much respect as it should have gotten. So that's why I just left it as a part of the full live, just to be honest with you, Brillo. Salute. Connecticut's in the building. Appreciate you, Dipset Forever, for sharing this video. Everybody that's in here right now, share this video. Hit that like button. I got an exclusive piece of audio here that I'm going to drop from Ab later this week, but I wanted everybody that was tuning in to get a chance to hear it.
I was young, right?
Yeah.
With the story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. They had Dickie suits on there, one-piece Dickie suits, right? You know, we and Gilly from the same hood, but it from like 3 blocks up, you know what I'm saying? So he come down my block.
See, Ab said that they're from the same hood, but he's about 3 blocks up from Gilly. And he said that Gilly and Bump actually walked up with Dickie suits. And Bump had actually told me that him and Gilly were really running around crazy. Go check out my old interview with Bump J.
We 15 deep out there, man. And his confidence, it blew my mind. Cause we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I mean,
listen to that.
Confidence, it blew my mind. Cause we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I'm a young guy. Like I'm probably like 13, 14. But I'm out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and said, and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. See, a lot of people like to throw mustard on Gilly's jacket. They like to say, oh, man, you're not a battle rapper. You know what I mean? Back in the day, battle rap was a little bit different. You know, you wouldn't necessarily just be dissing everybody outright, like talking about like going so in-depth and personal. You would sort of spit your hottest bars. And that's sort of what I do. You know what I mean? That's sort of what Verse is about, to bring your hottest records to the table and put it up against somebody else's. You know, but Gilly has a real history of spitting in front of some of the dopest, you know, minds of hip-hop, from Jay-Z to Puffy. Obviously, we hear what A.R.Rab is saying. Him and Bump went all over Philly, doing it to all the popular people in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Rosewood said, Philly been rocking Dickies back in the 90s. Free A.R.Rab and RIP to DMX. Thank you, Amir Brooks, for tapping in tonight, man. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you guys for tapping in tonight. Let everybody know we've got some new A.R.Rab audio tonight. We're also going to be speaking on Little Durk. We're going to be speaking on Little Durk and Quando, Rondo. You know, Quando, Rondo had a show this weekend. Some shows you just don't want to do. You know what I mean? You really got to wait the time. You know what I mean? You really got to wait until the timing is right, to be 100% honest with you, because otherwise you're going to look crazy performing in front of 75 people, performing in front of a less than packed show, you know? But who's going to argue with money? You know what I mean? Who's going to argue? Like, why would Quando Rondo argue with somebody putting 10 bands in his account? Yo, you're going to put 10 bands in my account? All right, I'll be there at 2 a.m. in the morning and I'll stay till 5. You know, that's how it works a lot of the time, you guys. That's how it works. But let's get back into this audio for everyone that's just tuning in. But Ab, man, I'm looking forward to all the history in the future that we're going to make, man.
What was Gilly answer to that question you asked?
Gilly was like, you know, Gilly really liked the rapping part of his career. Gilly really loved that rapping part of his career because, you know, he was going to everybody like.
I was young, right?
Yeah.
Story, right? Gilly walked on my block.
Okay. We're about to get this true story from Ab, but a lot of you that saw my recent interview with Gilly the Kid when he jumped on the live and was showing me a whole lot of love, you know what I mean? He actually spoke on some shit like this. I'm looking forward to all the history. Because I had asked Gilly, I was like, yo, Gilly, is this your favorite part of your career at this point? I'm like, is this your most favorite part of the career that you've had thus far? And he was like, yo, I really, really liked when I was a rapper. Like, Gilly really had heavy aspirations of making it in the game as a rapper, whether it was with Suave House, whether it was with Cash Money, 50 Cent and Interscope, you know what I'm saying? Gilly the Kid really wanted to take off when it came to music. But honestly, right now with the podcast, he's at a whole nother level. He's gotten a chance to really shine with the gift of gab. You know what I mean? He's gotten a real big opportunity to show what he can do with his mind and his thoughts. You know what I mean? What up, G Jerk? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Share this video. Let's get right into it, guys.
What was Gilly answer to that question you asked?
Gilly was like, you know, Gilly really liked the rapping part of his career. Gilly really loved that rapping part of his career because, you know, he was going to everybody like.
I was young, right?
Yeah, with
story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. They had Dickie suits on there, one piece Dickie suits, right? You know, me and Gilly from the same hood, but it from like 3 blocks up, you know what I'm saying? So he come down my block. We 15 deep out there, man. And his confidence, it blew my mind, because we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I'm a young guy. Like, I'm probably like 13, 14. But I'm out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And after that, I was like, this motherfucker know how to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? This before we made the figures and all that. This is like this hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to, like, Gilly used to be person shit back then.
Yeah, you know, Gilly was
If you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to.
That's what we're going to be getting into tonight, you guys. I gave you a little bit of a taste, basically running down Gilly's credibility when it comes to spitting face to face. But now the big sinker, the big hook of the show tonight is the battle that everyone has been talking about with Rucky. Yeah, Gilly actually said he battled Joel Santana before he was Joel Santana, right? But tonight, this is what we're going to speak on. This is what we're going to speak on, you guys.
How to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Gilly destroyed him. You know what I'm saying? Out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And after that, I was like, this motherfucker know how to rap, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you guys.
Before we made the figures and all that. This is like this hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to, like, Gilly used to be person shit back then.
Yeah, you know, Gilly was on.
If you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to this rapper from my neighborhood named Lil Rucky.
Right.
Lil Rucky's like my age and shit like that. He was the younger guy and made the figures.
That's what we're talking about tonight, you guys. We're talking about Little Rucky. Rest in peace, Little Rucky, you guys. Rest in peace, Little Rucky. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that, you guys. I just got a text. But yeah, rest in peace, Little Rucky. You know, Ab Lava had told me a lot about him. Spade, they both ran down his history. You know, Bump, Dutch, a lot of those guys have told me a lot about Little Rucky. And obviously, I've heard the rumor from more than a few people that Little Rucky actually defeated Cassidy in a battle. You know, he actually, it's more than just a rumor. It's multiple people saying that Little Rucky defeated Cassidy in a battle, you guys. Amir says Gilly is one of my top 10 rappers. You know, a lot of people don't give Gilly the credit he deserves, you know, to be able to spit and not lose your track, your thought process when you're spitting in front of a Jay-Z, when you're spitting in front of a Puff Daddy, you can lose it. You know, I did an interview with Petey Crack, and he said he was spitting in front of Jay and Dame Dash, and he blew it his first time. You know, but he actually got a second opportunity. They really liked his music, and they didn't think nothing of it. He came and he killed it the second time to the point that they didn't even remember. If you want to check out my interview with Petey Crack, it's online as well. Yeah, Darius says multiple people say Cassidy is undefeated. Yeah, I was even talking to Cass, and I had to bring up the fact that Meek Mill started out or had in one of his songs, Meek Mill was actually saluting the fact that Cassidy had won like 5,000 battles. Like, you know, people in the hood, you know, people on a lower level battle rappers, fans, even celebrities like Meek Mill are co-signing the fact that Cassidy was 5,000-0, but Gilly the Kid, the Major Figgas, many other people to claim that Little Rucky defeated Cassidy. So Cassidy was technically 5,001. 5,001. At this point, I would say Cassidy is 5,003, 5,003 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Well, Anime's Black. Actually, Meek Mill is on a record, on a track, actually giving Cassidy praise. Actually, giving Cassidy praise. Meek Mill giving Cassidy praise about winning that many battles. Share this video, everyone. What's poppin', Roll Up Music? I appreciate you for tuning in. Hit that like button, share this video, man. Definitely appreciate you. Prophecy Forever, Jersey is in the building. Cool Demeanor says, did Cassidy's battle with Little Rucky cause him to change his style? Let me think about that. Because, in my message, I got a message from Ab, and he was basically talking about how Cassidy was going to have to change his style and adapt to the new way of rap in order to really conquer the scene like he had at one point. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ab had basically said to me. I'll read it verbatim for you guys in a few minutes, but you're right about that. And I think that Cassidy, at any point in your career, if something happens to where your music isn't taken off like it once had, or if you lose a battle, you got to go back to the drawing board, you know? Big J, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. What does everyone think in the chat? What does everyone think in the chat? I don't agree that Hitman defeated Cassidy whatsoever. I don't agree that Hitman defeated Cassidy whatsoever, you guys. And this is actually what I wrote to Ab the other night, a few days ago, or a couple days ago. I wrote to Ab, and I wanted to let him know the outcome of the battle. Y'all can let me know if I'm crazy for writing this to Ab, I said, yo, Ab, I wanted to let you know that Cassidy destroyed Hitman. It was 2-1 or literally 3-0. You could say Hitman got the third round, but Cassidy and Hitman went toe-to-toe in the first. Hold on, you guys. Let me bring in my co-host just so I can get his reaction to what I had said to Ab. Everybody, welcome Spill ENTs, Rosewood.
Salute everybody in the chat. Philly, stand up. I know what it is. 15th of that cannon in the building. Big Eric coming soon.
Hey, my brother. Have you been getting some of the messages, Rosewood? Because when people hit me up, graphic designers, producers, I say, guys, I'd appreciate it if you hit Rosewood at Spill ENT with all the submissions, whether it's music submissions, production. If you're a videographer, if you're starting a blog, Rosewood handles a lot of that, a lot of the upcoming talent that we're going to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. A couple of people definitely hit me up. Salute, Mikey T. I appreciate it. That's real honorable, my J. Yeah, a couple of people did hit me up or whatever. So, like Mikey T said, man, hit me up at Spill ENT, man, on the gram, see what we're doing. If you're trying to get your stuff out there and you need a lane, especially if you're in the city of Philly. But that's anywhere, link with me. Y'all know what it is, man.
No, I appreciate that, Rosewood. And I appreciate everybody tapping in. I just put Rosewood's Instagram pinned. I just pinned Rosewood's Instagram. So like I said, if anybody really wants to send in beats, if you want us to hear your beats, if you want us to see your music video, if you're a director and you need and you want to work, like I said, Rosewood actually manages Razor. So if you guys want an opportunity to work with an OBH artist as well, it's right there. But if Spill ENT is an upcoming immersion label, so if you're a videographer, artist yourself, producer, if you draw, like somebody hit me today, like, yo, man, we got to get some merch.
Yeah, if you draw, you're artist, you paint. What up, Mayor? What up,
Young Dig? What up, Cartagena Jook? We appreciate you for tapping in. But Rosewood, I'm glad you tuned in at the right time because we're just getting into I was speaking with Ab about Hitman Holla's battle. When I had first done the interview with Ab, it was more about the physical altercation that involved the wildin' out bag that you infamously mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Right. I mean, I was waiting to hear
Young Dig, holla at Rosewood if you got some music. If you're if you're a songwriter, you know what I mean? If you're a songwriter. But Prophecy says, I got Cassidy 2-1. Hitman won the third for sure. Now, Rosewood, I'm going to say it again. That third round from Hitman, it's up for debate because of the fact that he was too late.
Yeah, it should have been the first round. It should have been. He should have made that the first round. So you can say it's up for debate, but if you're gonna say 2-1, you can give him that one. You can give him that one.
You can give him that one.
But Cassidy won.
All right, so Rosewood, this is what I said to Ab, and I want to get your reaction to tell me if I really told him the story straight. Because I want to let people know, Ab wants me to tell him about that hip hop news too. We don't just focus on the negativity. You know what I mean? Freeway Rick Ross even hit me like, yo, I would take pride in helping AR Rap. We talk about uplifting things. We talk about music. But this is what I had to say to him, Rosewood. I said, yo, Ab, I wanted to let you know Cassidy destroyed Hitman. It was 2-1 or literally 3-0. You could say Hitman got the third round, but Cassidy and him went toe-to-toe in the first round. Cassidy edged it, though. And then Cassidy exposed Hitman for having got an autograph in his early years on his Spalding ball when he was trying to get into basketball. Hitman brought that up in his third round, explaining that he had won a competition at 16 and got the chance to meet Cassidy after a show. Hitman was late on that story. I thought he should have put that in his first round rather than his third, because Cassidy exposed that and made him look crazy. At one point during the third round, everyone jumped on the stage with red flags, provoking Cassidy from St. Louis, throwing up wild hand signs. But then on his last bar, Hitman Holla brought out Nick Cannon to dap him up. So that's pretty much what I told ARAB happened during the battle.
I mean, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. That's what happened. They got all the commotion up there, and then they did the spectacle at the end. That's what happened. That's definitely what happened.
And Rosewood, the way that Hitman Holla started off that first round, you know what I mean? He just really got right into it, right? He should have got right into it, explaining, yo, I met this bull when I was 16 and I won a battle, and you're still battling? You know what I mean? Something like that.
He could have started off like that, yeah, but he didn't. Whatever the reason why he didn't do it, the order, who knows? But, you got to take that L. Got to take that L, my brother.
And let me bring this to you, Rosewood. You can answer this because it's a frequently asked question or statement said about Cassidy. They always bring up ARAB and the car crash and the hotel.
What about it?
I mean, what do you think about those being the main jabs that a lot of battle rappers are using? It's kind of tired at this point.
Oh, that aspect. Way tired. That's done. That's early 2000 stuff. The crash, ARAB situation, all that. Y'all got to come up with something new.
Somebody, a lot of people be roasting me about the interview that I did with Goods when he was talking about Cassidy, so I think the next time Cassidy battles somebody for them to bring up ARAB, it's probably gonna have to be a Philly battle MC, man.
Yeah, but even that's been tired in Philly. So I don't even think a Philly battle rapper would mention that. That's tired. That's late.
What do you think about the fact that I guess somebody in the chat said that Reed Dollars would not battle Cassidy? Do you think that's accurate, or do you think that's just hearsay?
No, that's hearsay. I don't think Reed Dollars would turn that down.
Right. Who would turn that down?
He wouldn't turn that down, and he's currently battling. So why would he turn that down if he's currently battling and Cassidy's battling, both in the same city?
He just battled Sue Surf. It would only make sense for Reed Dollars to battle somebody on that level.
Yeah. He's going to keep going up. In the city of Philly, we just want to keep going up. We want to be excellent in everything.
Share this video, everyone.
Definitely hit that like and share this video, man. Everybody, man. Come bring you the real news, man. None of that BS, none of the fake, none of the negative, man. Y'all know how we carrying it.
Young Dig says, but it wouldn't be his first option to battle someone from Philly. I think Cassidy's going to battle whoever
Well, is he
doesn't.
talking to Reed or are you talking about Cass? He's talking
Oh,
about Cass.
okay. Why wouldn't it be Reed Dollars' best intention to battle someone from Philly, Rosewood?
Because I think it would have to only one I can see would be like Cassidy, but I think it's other battle rappers that he would have to kind of battle first before he can get on that level. Cassidy,
I was shocked they brought him right up against Sue Surf, to be honest with you, man.
yeah, but that means they have faith in him of his ability.
You're right. Because when Cicero started getting back into battle rap, one of his first opponents was Cortez, I want to say. You know what I mean? But Reed Dollars getting back into battle rap, they put him right in the championship round.
Yeah, because they respect Reed Dollars' pedigree. And
right.
Shout out to Reed Dollars. Shout out to Southwest, right? They respect Reed Dollars' pedigree. Reed Dollars on the Too Raw for the Streets web's YouTube page. They show you him battling in New York. You know, back in the early 2000s. Battling. So he's used to this. It was similar. His situation is similar to Cass. They come from that era of going from, like Ab said, neighborhood, how Gilliam and bump with the neighborhood. That was the thing. You go to neighborhood and you battle people.
Right.
So it's the same with Reed Dollars. He was going to he was battling on DVDs, and then he was battling in different, like Philly versus New York, Philly versus Jersey.
So right here, Prophecy Forever says Cassidy versus Reed won't happen because Cass doesn't want Philly on Philly. Now, I was just saying, you know, I don't think Cassidy really even cares about the name of who he's battling. You know, it could be somebody that's really popular or somebody who's just a really good battle rapper. You know what I mean? The bag is what matters to him. Do you think being from Philly, Rosewood, that him battling another Philly MC would really present an issue?
No, not at all. For one, it's going to put a major spotlight on the city that we want on a positive level, and we're going to get two creative rappers that been doing this before anybody was battling, and now they're bringing it back to the forefront to show you that they can adapt to this lane too, of battling. So if it is, it's a win for the city. It's a win-win for the city. That's all love.
Lamont Rose says that Reed said in his Bardashians interview, I'm not really too familiar with the Bardashians, but he said it because he looks up to Cassidy and they are cool. But, you know, I look at it like this, Rosewood.
Friendly competition, not to cut you off. Friendly competition now.
50 Cent said he wouldn't fight Floyd Mayweather. Okay, yeah. He won't fight Floyd Mayweather when there's nothing on the line. But when somebody comes with a $70 million check, when somebody comes with a $35,000 check for Reed Dollars or a $70,000 check for Reed Dollars to battle Cassidy, you better bet your ass he's going to take that into a real consideration. Because like you say, Rosewood, friendly competition.
Hell yeah, friendly competition. That's all it is, friendly competition. In the city of Philadelphia, rap is always going to be friendly competition. It can be your friend, somebody you cool with, but you know it could be ciphers where you will have a battle. It's friendly competition. Still sharp and still.
All right, so let's get into AR Ab's response. So this is what Ab said after pretty much what I said to him, the whole basically explaining the battle. Ab was like, "That's what's up. Cassidy finally won a battle in this new era. I'm happy for him. Hopefully he's got his groove back and he's grown accustomed to this style of battling. If so, he should have more success in this arena." So Ab with some very encouraging words to Cassidy right there. You know, a lot of people say that this was Cassidy's strongest 3 verses thus far.
I would agree.
Roll Up Music says, I think Cassidy's biggest battle is going to be with Murder Mook. And, you know, I had to let Ab know what we were talking about, Rosewood, because that's exactly what we were speaking on.
We were speaking on that. That's what
on last week's stream. So I said to Ab, I was like, yo, Ab, that's true. A lot of people are saying exactly that. He's finally caught his groove. He finally put it all together. And they're saying that Murder Mook and Cassidy is next. When we were talking about it on live, that's what everyone was saying. And then I said, yo, Ab, is there anybody in particular that you would like to see him battle? So Ab wrote me back. He said, I think a Murder Mook and a Cassidy battle would be great for the culture. This battle was like over 15 years in the making. I believe that they should make it happen, and it would be a top seller. It would be sold out. This is the battle that the people have been waiting on. And this is a direct message to Smack. Ab said, I wish Smack could make this happen. And look, Prophecy says it right here, Rosewood. Cassidy versus Mook is the one. Ab's lines right there. He said, this battle has been over 15 years in the making.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a top seller. It would be sold out. What do you think, Rosewood?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely top seller and definitely sold out. And I'll say for one, because not just because of the battle thing, but Murder Mook and Cassie both were coming up trying to get deals around the same time where you had to battle everybody, all up and coming rappers I think you said somebody battled Santana before you was Santana.
Yep.
Like that's how it be.
Yep.
You know, like when Gilly and them rap for like Jay-Z, or like when Petey Crack said he went up there for Jay-Z to rap. Like you had to bet, like just because you got up there, you had to battle people in the hallway, people in your city. You're just battling on the streets with bars.
Right.
You know, so that's what it takes it back to right there.
You know, that's like what Ab was saying, Rosewood. You know, Gilly lived 3 blocks away from him. And just because we've heard the stories of Gilly battling My Son or Jewels or Gilly battling in front of Jay-Z, there's still the other stories of Gilly actually battling in the trenches. Gilly actually, you know, walking 3 blocks over to Ab's block. Ab was with a bunch of old heads. But let me play it for everybody that's just tuning in. Oh, yeah. Wallow is out killing it right now, Ab. And Gilly is really, you know, I just spoke with Gilly the other day, and I had to ask him. I was like, yo, Gil, is this the favorite part of your career? You know, but Ab, man, I'm looking forward to all the history in the future that we're going to make, man.
What was Gilly answer to that question you asked?
Gilly was like, you know, Gilly really liked the rapping part of his career. Gilly really loved that rapping part of his career because, you know, he was going to everybody like.
I was young, right?
Yeah.
The story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bum. They had Dickie suits on there, one-piece Dickie suits, right? You know, me and Gilly from the same hood, but it was from like 3 blocks up, you know what I'm saying? So he come down my block. We 15 deep out there, man. And his confidence, it blew my mind because we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I'm a young guy. Like, I'm probably like 13, 14. But I'm out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And after that, I was like, this motherfucker know how to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? This before major figures and all that. This was like hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to, like, Gilly used to person shit back then.
Yeah, you know, Gilly was
If you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to his rapper from my neighborhood named Lil Rocky.
Right.
Lil Rocky's like, if you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to his rapper from my neighborhood named Lil Rocky.
So let's tap into that a little bit right there, man. Rosewood, do you know much details about Little Rucky? Do you remember much about Little Rucky from back in the day that you could share with the audience?
Yeah, first and foremost, rest in peace, Rucky, man. Rest in peace, Little Rucky, man. Definitely was a great talent. Definitely would have been something, a great talent. Rest in peace to him, man. Yeah, he was bad. Rucky was definitely battling too. Rucky was nice. So I never heard of him and Cassidy battler. I'm a Cassidy battler, and that might have been something that was down in North Philly that day, you know, because like Gilly and like you said, the neighborhoods is right next to each other. Arabs on Allegheny, Gilly the Kid basically is 3 blocks up, Erie Avenue, same, you know, is right there, you know,
literally walking distance.
Literally walking distance. It's like you going 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes tops. But I never, that was new to me. I never knew they battled at all. But
So talk to me about the demeanor that Ab was speaking that Gilly gave off, man. When Gilly walked up there with just Bump in their Dickie suits. As you said, the Dickie suits were pretty big in the 90s. But what was it about Gilly's demeanor that you remembered everyone talking about in Philly back in the day, Rosewood?
The swagger. The swagger. that's the swagger. Like, I already made it. Basically, like, this is what I do. Like, I'm the hottest already. Like, whoever want it, you gonna get it. Just like I said, on Plenty of Lies, when we were speaking about Cassidy would leave high school and go up to Broad Alney. Anybody in the chat that's from Philly, you know who Broad Alney is. And if you're old enough, if you was up there between 95 and 99, every rapper that you can think of in Philadelphia battled at Broad Alney Terminal. So Cassidy was he was the star up there. Remember when I told you, was asking like, well, where was Gilly? Because I said Spade battled up there, Dutch battled up there. Everybody, Rocky battled up there. But when Gilly would come up, I told you it'd be like a superstar came. He would come to really kind of like, he might battle, but that would be a treat. That means it's another top up and coming MC, local MC, and now Gilly wants to take him down. But Cassidy was the star attraction. Like I said, if Gilly came, it was already like he was a superstar. Like, I mean, at least the terminal has hundreds of people in there.
Right. So, even compared to a Meek Mill, Gilly was a superstar.
Yeah. He was a hood superstar. He was a hood superstar because he was already going to New York and going up there, freestyling up there, handling his business, doing industry stuff when people wasn't aware of what points were or anything, or ASCAP. People didn't know anything about that, but he was already on that.
So what would you think if you were to be able to see, I know you said you didn't see it, but just from knowing or remembering what you do from Rocky and Cassidy, what do you think that battle would have been like, man?
That would have been epic. That would have been an epic battle right there. Like I said, at that time, Cassidy was on the battle tip in the city. He was, anybody wanted, like, you could, like, now, if the internet was out back then, they would have been paying for Cassidy, a pay-per-view for Cassidy. Like, definitely. A Cassidy Rocky battle, that too. Like, because everybody, almost, pretty much everybody in the city probably battled each other at one point. Like I said, Broad Alney is like one of the main areas. But then you had, like, summer days. It'd be regular summer days. Like you said, they just walk to their hood. Oh yeah, they got old head that he hot up there. Oh, for real? I'm going to go ahead and go battle him. Word of mouth spread around. This when people had pages. So word of mouth spread around. People had pages, calls on the payphone. Yo, such about the battle, such. Where at? Oh, ain't you? Oh, we there. Word spread. Next thing you know, you got a battle. You got a crowd. You got a battle.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thanks for breaking that down for us, Rosewood. It's really dope to hear, like, them, them old, in-depth Philly battle stories that you really bring to the channel, man. Michael Jordan says, Cass would have smoked anybody, bro. We got to be real. Nobody could beat Cass back then. Why are people so, like, get so agitated when they say that about Cassidy? You know what I mean, Rosewood?
Because it's not documented. Like, everything is documented now online, and you can go to certain videos. But Cassidy was doing this before YouTube existed. Everybody back in 95, 96, 97, 98, even 99, nobody really could afford a camera, or nobody was thinking about trying to get a $300 camera was a lot back then. So when Big Star came out with the camera, that's why things started moving. Then shout out Big Star. Shout out to Young Bob. Young Bob came out with the headshots. First he started doing the mixtapes, then he started doing the DVDs. That's where you get the Georgia ads. That's where you get the Reed Dolls. Where you get the Meek Mills.
Hold on. Josh Khan says, well, that would actually be 5,004, Josh. But personally, I think right now, Cassidy is 5,003 and 2, in my opinion. If he lost to Rucky, and I think he lost the goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? I done told Cassidy that he was the second most popular rapper in Philly to me, behind Meek Mill, just to be real with him. You know what I mean? That's kind of a harsh thing to tell Cassidy. You know what I mean? But I told him that on a blog.
I mean, it is what it is. It's your opinion. You're entitled to that. You're entitled to your opinion. You know, once Big Star and Young Bob came out, Cassidy was already in the industry. So he was all full surfaced out, you know. So he was on them making hit records. So that's why Cassidy, he couldn't do both. I'm pretty sure if he could have did both, he would have. He would have made hits and he still would have battled people.
So, Rosewood, let's let you hear it from Ab, though, about this battle that you never really heard about, because I'd heard it from all the guys, man. I heard it from Bum.
Yeah, I never heard that. I never heard that one. That's what I'm saying.
I heard it from Ab Lava.
It might have been strictly, it might have been strictly from the hood. But see, they're all major figures artists, so they're going to know.
All right, so let me play this joint right here.
Actually, lost to major figures and all that. This is like this hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to like Gilly them used to be person shit back then.
Yeah, you know, Gilly was
If you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to this rapper from my neighborhood named Lil Rucky.
Right.
Lil Rucky's like my age and shit like that. He was the younger guy in major figures. Everybody around my way said Cass lost to him in the battle. You know, Cass is originally from my neighborhood too. They said Cass lost to him. But Cass told me he beat him. But everybody in my neighborhood said Cass lost to him.
Everybody in my neighborhood says Cass lost to him, but Cass said he beat him.
That's the thing. And so that's the thing back then. Like I said, there's no internet. So it's only that one neighborhood to judge. Now the thing is, you have to ask Gilly, you know, tap in with Gil and see what Gil says about that. Because Gil's gonna know for certain. Like, he's a wealth of Philadelphia knowledge, especially that.
Well, Ab said it. He said, if you ask Gilly, Ab said it, if you ask Gilly, he'll tell you that Rucky beat Cassidy. What's popping with you, man? Fort Ruckus, salute to you for tapping in.
Salute.
Schizo said, I think battle rappers can make songs if they want. You know, a lot of battle rappers have tried to make their attempt in hip hop. We've seen Math Hoffa do some great things. We've seen Sue Surf do some great things. Just those are two off the top of my head. Any more for you, Rosewood, off the top?
R.I.P. Philly battle rapper Tech Nine. Tech Nine. I used to listen to Tech. I like Tech Nine mixtape. I still listen to it now. I think he could have, you know, like I said, rest in peace, Tech Nine. I think he could have, you know, made songs too.
Yeah, I actually did, Big J. I asked AR Rab about the about Meek Mill actually shouting him out. I'm gonna drop that this week. Prophecy says, I'm from New Jersey. He said, I'm from New Jersey. Prophecy said, I'm from New Jersey, but Major Figures was running shit for a while. And Gilly was on my block with the Major Figures and Philly chains back in the day. Yeah, man. Gilly really knew how to, you know, make his shit move. You know, Gilly really knew how to get his brand out there. And that's why I got a lot of respect from him. You know, when he would go to different labels like, you know, Suave House, he would know how to manipulate shit to his favor, you know, when it came to the contracts, when it came to getting the proper bumps in the contract. When the whole shit happened with Rockefeller Records and it turned out they weren't actually going to be on Rockefeller directly, Gilly pulled out of that, you know, working with Cash Money. Once Gilly found out he wasn't going to get paid properly, he dipped. Yeah. Let me see. Lamont, no, that's not true, man. When I did an interview with Gilly actually said in the interview that Goods needed to watch out because Cassidy was really good. Excuse me. Kush hitting. But Gilly shows a lot of respect to Cassidy, man. He shows a lot of respect, and that's why I had to ask Cassidy about, why he didn't want to acknowledge Gilly as the king. Smoking on some runts. Big runts. Big runts. Surf on song tip. Iceberg Jason says even admits Cassidy's a dope artist overall. Yeah, you got to just watch the material before you judge. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you guys, just please watch the material before you judge. Puff, puff, pass. Big runts. You already know. You already know, guys. I only smoke the bomb ass shit. I only smoke that bomb ass shit. Somebody screen capture this. Salute to everybody. Young Dig says that Cassidy had a better career than Gilly. Well, if we're really putting their careers back to back, you know what I mean? We look at Cassidy's early career where he came up with all them battles, you know what I mean? You got to take that into consideration because it landed him where it put him, working with Swiss Beats, able to drop 3 albums on major labels, which Gilly wasn't able to do. Gilly wasn't able to drop his albums on major labels. But if you look at the consistency, at one point, Kodak Black had said something about Gilly, and me and Gilly actually did an interview about it. And Gilly said, I've been relevant for over 20 years. Gilly's been relevant since 1998, 1999, maybe even 97. Gilly's been relevant, you know what I mean, for a long time. Bobby says, name your top 5 battle rappers of all time. I'm going to go Hollow the Don. I'm going to go, and this is just my favorite. Don't crucify me just because of the fact that, you know what I mean? Some major names like Loaded Lux aren't on the list or anything like that, you guys. But I'm going to go Hollow the Don, favorite battle rappers of all time. And this is only because Cassidy's return has just been only 4 battles so far. I'm going to go Hollow the Don. We're going to go Math Hoffa. We're going to go Sue Surf, Rum Nitty, and Cassidy. That's my top 5 battle rappers. Hollow the Don, Math Hoffa, Hollow the Don, Math Hoffa, Sue Surf, Rum Nitty, Cassidy. Top 5 right there. Yeah, that's right. Jamie Kennedy, bitch. Put millions on my name. Put millions on my name when you're talking about me. You look broke in the grass, man. You look broke in the grass. Don't ever park your whip in the grass, man. You looking like a bum in the grass. Dude lives in the grass, man. Bum ass dude. Go get yourself a high rise. Go get yourself a crib with some concrete in the front. Guys in the grass. Live on the farm ass dude. Dude lives in the country. Dude's talking shit on Mikey T from the sticks. Lamont says, Gilly's pen is nice, though, even when it comes to music. Someone had just said in the chat, Rosewood, that Cassidy's career is it was a better career than Gilly's. If you look at it, they both had a young career. Cassidy on the battling tip before he got to release 3 mainstream albums, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Gilly didn't really get to release his mainstream albums, but he has been relevant for over 20 years.
Yes, he kept his longevity. They both similar paths, and still to this day continue to be spoken about in the industry. And salute to Gilly, man, for building $1 million. Him and Wallow. Salute to him and Wallow, man, for making their podcast what it is and building it up. So I even said today, because one of my homies said, like, would have been better if Gilly was like at Cash Money and it worked out. I'm like, things happen for a reason, because look at the podcast now, they're interviewing Floyd Mayweather, and
Right.
like, he reinvented himself.
Right.
Same thing with Cassidy. He came back, reinvented himself in battle rap. So for the city of Philadelphia, we always gonna try to lift up to the highest bar.
Yeah, the $1 million worth of game podcast has legitimately become probably the biggest media platform in Philly, but also arguably just as big as the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. It's up there now, man. It's up there now.
That's why I had to ask Gilly. I was like, yo, is this your favorite part of your career? You know what I mean? Is this the career that you're having the best time? Like, is this like your favorite part of your career? And Gilly responded like, yo, no, man. Gilly really loved the music part of his career when he was taking meetings with Suave House and Birdman and 50 Cent and Jimmy Iovine, and these people were going to put his career in another level. Like, that was his favorite part of his career, man. But this whole thing, podcasting, yeah, he's as big as he's ever been, if not as big as he's ever been.
That's why I said things happen for a reason, man. And then, like, it might not be your time. That's why you can never get discouraged, and you always gotta keep doing, pressing forward. Things are, your stars are aligned when it's ready. It's just you have to be ready when it's time. That's the whole thing.
So, Rosewood, before we get back to this, man, because we're going to dip back, play the whole message from Ab one more time, I want to talk to you about Quando Rondo. So, I guess he had a show. Well, no, he definitely had a show. They actually did a little pan around of the show, and there was like legitimately, it was kind of empty in there. Like there was like 50, maybe 100 at the most. Pandemic, courtesy, wondering if something's going to pop off. Do you think it was just too soon for Quando Rondo to have a show?
I just think nobody's paying to hear go to a show. Nobody's paying for that. It's just nobody's paying for that. Nobody's paying for that.
Well, Rosewood, honestly, right after the whole thing happened with him and King Von, he had a couple other bookings that had gotten canceled.
Yeah, for whatever reason, but listen, it just seemed like the proof is in the pudding.
Hold on.
Nobody wanted to pay to see that. And then if you're saying if it's danger or it could be danger, who's going to pay to put their life in danger, Mikey T?
Right. Everybody in the world knows what just happened. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's got to be 100 million people in America that know about what happened. Local rapper who was going to blow up. You know what I mean? Then they're like, oh, shit, this is a 50 Cent story. You know what I mean? This is a 50 Cent story. And then so what I was saying earlier, though, is his shows got canceled. There were rumors that Little Durk had bought all the tickets, but maybe nobody bought any tickets at all.
I don't think nobody bought any tickets at all. That's all. I don't think anybody bought any tickets. That's all. That's all that was. Lil Durk tried to do a 50 Cent Ja Rule, where he said he brought out the whole front row.
Yeah.
The Ja Rule concert.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this whole situation, it's like you're actually trying to give Quando the benefit of the doubt, though, here, Rosewood. You're saying people know there's violence occurred recently. That's why they don't want to spend their money to be in that type of an environment. You're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, I go on the benefit of the doubt on that one, yeah, because that's definitely a fact. Nobody's going to spend no money, and the way the climate is now, anything can happen. You're not trying to spend your money to end up a bystander.
So Quando Rondo actually said that he wasn't dissing King Von. Like in his interview with Angela Yee, he said that he wasn't dissing King Von on the record. He had a joint called End of Story.
Mm-hmm.
Little King Von's whole career was based off of what? The Crazy Story.
Crazy story. Yeah.
And he's going to drop a song called End of Story. You're turning off your fans, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I say this a lot. When you post crazy shit or music or crazy shit on your social media, sometimes you can be turning off a lot of your fans, you guys. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many Quando Rondo had just done a record with Little Durk, right? So
Mm-hmm.
how many of Little Durk's fans, Little Durk's endless fans, actually are fans of Quando, you know? And now they see Quando going through it with Little Durk's artists. So these fans are just turned off. They're turned off and they back off.
Yeah, because a lot like everybody doesn't like the antics and the internet stuff. Some people just want to hear good music. Yeah, they want to be entertained with some stuff, but sometimes it just too drawn out. It goes too far. You don't need those antics. And like somebody saying in the comment, with the whole thing with Vaughn, it's always just going to look bad on his end. It's always going to look bad. So it's going to be hard for him.
Yeah, Quando Rondo. I was shocked he would move forward with a show so quick. I mean, he took it the way any artist should take it, though, Rosewood. He said, yo, there's not the best turnout in here tonight, but I'm still going to rock it like there's 10,000 people in here.
Yep.
I got to give Quando respect in the aspect that he wants to continue his music career. You know, he wants to downplay everything that happened with King Von. He said he didn't want it to happen, man. I can only take his word for it. I don't think he wanted that shit to happen with King Von that day. I don't think he wanted to fight him whatsoever. I think he wanted to go check his boy that was in the club trying to get a piece of ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slap him.
I mean, he definitely. I give it to him for the show. Like, even though there was a lot of people in there, so for anybody that's an inspired artist that's watching this, like he said, it doesn't matter how many people in there. They still turned up like it was the whole thing was packed. I give it to him for being professional. I gotta respect him for that.
Speaking of that, I saw that Razor was actually out at a show a few nights ago, and he had the whole crowd saying "Free Arab."
Definitely, man, definitely, because free ad, man, free all the men that's in that situation. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, none of those men deserve to be in that situation at all. Like, it's so unjust, man. So hopefully, man, Ab can get this appeal right here, and some good things can happen, with this.
So Rosewood, what the response? Everybody that was there that day, I heard them all. They were like, "Free Ab, free Ab."
Yeah. Everybody show love, man. In the city, like, it's like, even like the internet would think like the city be so divided, even when people be like going back and forth or going through it on like social media or whatever. No, it's really, really all love, especially in the rap community. It's all love. Everybody wants to see everybody rise. There's no crabs in the barrel thing, in the city. You get some people on that type time, but for the most part, it's really love. Because if you're making good music, we're going to appreciate that.
That's what's up, man. Did Razor actually perform, or was he just hosting?
He was just hosting. But matter of fact, he did perform. He performed too. He was just supposed to host, but he performed. On the stage.
What up, Don Supreme? He said, "Free brick from Touch Money."
Shout out to Ace, man, for holding it down, man. Shout out to Kravitz, man. Glockaware. Salute.
But now everyone's tuning in because they want to hear what Ab had to say. Primo, salute to you, man. Everyone wanted to hear what Ab actually had to say about this battle that took place back in the day with Gilly the Kid's protege, Lil Rucky, one of the members of Major Figga's Little Rucky, apparently battled Cassidy. Now, I've heard this from a number of members of the group. Now, let me play this audio just for everybody that's just tuning in and missed it. Ab had a crazy story to tell about Gilly as well.
Yeah, Dickie suits on that.
The history and the future that we're gonna make, man.
What was Gilly's answer to that question you asked?
His career. Gilly really loved that. Like,
I was young, right?
Yeah.
The story, right? Gilly walked on my block.
Here we go, guys. Here's the story.
The story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. Yeah, Dickie suits on that. One piece Dickie suits, right? You know, me and Gilly from the same hood, but he's from like 3 blocks up. You know what I'm saying? So he come down my block. We 15 deep out there, man. And his confidence, it blew my mind. Cause we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I'm a young guy. Like, I'm probably like 13, 14. I'm out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and said, and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And after that, I was like, this motherfucker know how to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? This before we made the figures and all that. This was like this hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to, like, Gilly used to person shit back then.
Yeah, you know, Gilly was
If you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to his rapper from my neighborhood named Lil Rucky.
Right.
Lil Rucky's like my age and shit like that. He was the younger guy and made the figures. Everybody around my way said Cass lost to him in the battle. You know, Cass is originally from my neighborhood too. They said Cass lost to him. But Cass told me he beat him. But everybody in my neighborhood said Cass lost to him.
Yep. That's why a lot of people say Cassidy was 5,001 because of Rucky. Bump was actually telling me about that.
Oh, so you heard about that? Yeah.
Bump, Ablava, Spado, they all told me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, and Lil Rucky was the guy that they wanted me to battle Lil Rucky back in the day. I was like, man, I ain't battling that motherfucker, man. That nigga, that Lil Rucky was hot as shit, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope to hear about Little Rucky. Rest in peace, man. They all hold him really fondly.
Lil Rucky was special, man. Lil Rucky could have lived, man. He could have went down as one of the best, man. Out of Philly, man. He was special.
Yeah, but you know, like Ab, Gilly was at a point where he was taking meetings with Jimmy Iovine and 50 Cent and Jay-Z. So the music part of his career was like really.
I don't know with the arrogance, because you understand they things spread across the whole country, word of mouth. So I guess he believed he had too much equity to take what they was offering back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That was actually when Gilly took a meeting. 50 spoke about a meeting that Gilly had taken where he brought him to meet Jimmy Iovine, and Gilly wanted 1.5 million. Yeah, that's what Gilly had actually wanted 1.5 million. 1.5 million to sign with Interscope Records back in the day. You know, I'm not sure. Well, obviously, I guess it would have been Interscope / G Unit. Big L was special too. Yeah, I actually did an interview where Bump was speaking on the issues that Big L had with Gilly. There was a little bit of a back and forth on a couple mixtape tracks. Y'all should go check that shit out. If you haven't seen it yet, I did an interview with Bump J where he actually spoke on a number of these topics that we're speaking on tonight, you guys. Yeah, I want everyone to share this video. I want everyone to hit that like button. We got 150 people in here. Let's get the likes up to 100 right now. Show some love, you guys. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Y'all is the shit. This interview with Ab, I'm going to be cutting it up in the next few days, but I wanted everyone to get a chance to hear it.
Hot as shit, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope to hear about. Bill, they all told me about it, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, and Lil Rucky was the guy that they wanted me to battle Lil Rucky back in the day. I was like, man, I ain't battling that motherfucker, man. That Lil Rucky was hot as shit, man.
What? Did y'all hear that? Ab said that they wanted Ab to battle Little Rucky back in the day. Ab said, oh, what? You want me to battle Little Rucky? Hell no. That boy is hot as shit. What? That's crazy. Did y'all hear that?
They wanted me to battle Lil Rucky back in the day. I was like, man, I ain't battling that motherfucker, man. That Lil Rucky was hot as shit, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope to hear about Little Rucky. Rest Rest in peace to Little Rucky, man. You know, I've heard a lot about him through, different members of the major figures. They all have a lot to say. You know, Ab Lava really shared a lot about his potential with me. You know what I mean? And all the other guys really hold Rucky very fondly. You know, I'd like to do an interview with Bianca though. You know, I had spoken to her in recent history. It would be dope to get her perspective on everything from the major figures. Major salute to you to Stacks. Um, Don Supreme says Jay actually was going to sign major figures before state property. Dutch and Spade was a problem back then. Yeah, evidently, Dutch and Spade were a problem back then. They went on to get another deal, by themselves. They were really doing great. But I had actually done Supreme. I had actually mentioned that deal just a few minutes ago. Because in my interview with Bump, he had actually broke down that whole situation with the fact that major figures at first thought they were going to be signing to Rockefeller, but then it was actually another label actually involved, that it was going to be a joint venture, I think, to get another label off the ground, similar to Casanova with Warehouse and Rock Nation and Memphis Bleak, similar to when Jay-Z gave Memphis Bleak Get Low. It's really nothing different than that. I think maybe it was one of Jay-Z's associates, and he was like, listen, we can do this whole thing with major figures and on your label to get your label popping. 215 Tommy was popping with you, man. I appreciate you for tapping in. Just going over this ARAB exclusive tonight, you guys. Where ARAB basically, he confirmed that Gilly the Kid's protege, Little Rucky, defeated Cassidy in a battle. Kind of crazy, because this is a story that I've heard about a number of times. So when I was actually doing my interview with Ab, to actually have him bring that up, I was kind of shocked. You know what I mean? I was like, what? I was like, and then furthermore, to hear Ab talking about the fact that he was almost pitted against Little Rucky, to hear the fact that he was almost put it against Little Rucky. That's just crazy as well. Let me get this joint going right here. Everyone share this video. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. Rosewood, did you hear that part? Did you hear that part right there? Listen to this, Rosewood.
Rucky was hot. God, that they wanted me to battle Little Rucky back in the day. I was like, man, I ain't battling that motherfucker, man. That Little Rucky was hot as shit, man.
Can you believe that shit, Rosewood? I was like, they wanted me to battle Little Rucky back in the day. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah. I said that in the beginning when I first spoke about it. Like after I said rest in peace, Rucky, I said he would have been a great talent if he was still here. Like definitely, Ab said, what he's like 13 or something. Rucky was already doing that. Like you had to be advanced to be battling Little Rucky. He was young and advanced at the time.
Well, no, I don't think that's the same time frame. I don't think that's the same time frame, bro.
You saying that's not the same time frame?
Nah, when Ab was 13 or 14, that's when Gilly came up. Because Little Rucky
came up. Oh, all right, all right. So you talking about it was Major Figures times then with Salute. Oh, he says, it was Major Figures time. Even then, Rucky was a beast. You still had to be on your A++ game.
But yeah, honestly, I think Ab changed as an artist, back from when he was running around with Cassidy and the Larceny family. I really feel like Ab advanced in his later years as an artist.
Oh, definitely. Much progression. Definitely, man. It would have been much more if he was still out here.
Yeah, a lot of people were also saying in the chat that Jay-Z was going to sign major figures at first, and then he also said that Dutch and Spade were a problem back then. And I was like, yeah, evidently Dutch and Spade were a problem because they went on to get their own deal as a duo. You know, they were making a lot of noise.
Through entertainment.
Right.
That's how they got on Cameron album. But that's through Charlie Baltimore putting on to them, you know. And at the time, Jay-Z wasn't trying to sign Major Figures. He was just trying to sign Gilly at first. And then Gilly made an offer to him for the group. And then he the money he dished out. He said, "No, I gotta split that with that amount of people. I can't do that." So he tried to sign him first. Then he's like, "All right, we'll sign a group for this." And he's like, "That's not enough money."
Right. And also I was explaining how Jay-Z was going to sign the Major Figures, but it was going to be a joint venture between Rockefeller and another label. I can't remember the name. If anyone puts the name in the chat, I'll shout it out. I can't remember it. It was what was it, Black Friday or something?
Friday, Black Friday. Sadiq and Black Friday Management.
And honestly, the way I look at that, Rosewood, is look what Jay-Z has done in the past for Memphis Bleak. At one point, he gave Memphis Bleak Get Low Records and said, "Yo, here's Get Low. You have an artist." Even Warehouse Music / Rock Nation with Casanova. So Major Figures would have been a Black Sunday / Rockefeller thing, in my opinion.
Well, Black Friday had a hand in almost everybody that went to Rockefeller. Because if you hear old Beanie Siegel, you say we Black Friday tied. That was his management at one time. So everybody know, everybody in the city of Philadelphia that knows Philadelphia rap, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know Sadiq and Roller. It's Black Friday. You know them Beanie Siegel.
Well, technically, Rosewood, it was going to be Beanie Siegel and Major Figures, you know? It wasn't ever going to be state property. It was going to be Major Figures with Beanie Siegel.
No, I can believe that because, like I said, Beanie Siegel got signed off 1,000 bars, and that song was on the Best of Cosmic Kev, and the Beanie Siegel Best of Cosmic Kev is him and Major Figures, basically. That's the Beanie Siegel Major Figures demo mixtape. That's why it sounds all gritty like that. It's a demo mixtape. You still can get that on that Piff. You still can look that up on that Piff. And then all right, now look, for anybody that want to know how Gilly was rapping back then, go look up the Best of Beanie Siegel by Cosmic Kev on that Piff, and you can hear all the Major Figure raps you want and all the old Beanie Siegel classic raps you want. And it was a DJ called DJ Nobody that had the Best of Beanie Siegel, but you can't find that one no more.
Pretty crazy, because if you look at it, the lineup would have been similar.
Rough Nation too, you right.
You would have the lineup would have actually been kind of similar, Rosewood, if you look at it, because you would have had Beans, Gilly would have kind of been like the Freeway, Dutch and Spade would have been like the Young Guns, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you look at it, the lineup would have been relatively similar.
Yeah, it would have been, but I look at Siegel and Gilly both being stars. I don't think
Freeway's a star.
Yeah, Freeway's a star, but I see them being headliners. Like, you know how Beanie Siegel was to Jay-Z? It would have to be one or the other.
Well, Freeway is arguably bigger. Well, I mean, Freeway, when it comes to music, was bigger than Gilly the Kid.
Well, yeah, that's because he got signed to the Rock.
Right. But that's why I'm saying.
But if it was reversed, then it would be the same way. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, Dutch and Spade would have had some success as well. I don't know if they would have.
Well, I think Dutch, if Spade didn't get locked up, they were going to blow. I think they were going to blow first. They were going to blow first because they was already had the machine behind them with entertainment. So then they had Cameron, Charlie Baltimore, and then you got the link to Jay-Z.
But they just weren't they weren't as clean cut as the Young Guns. Like the Young Guns had a whole story.
Right. Yeah, they weren't as clean cut. They were street. But at the time, that's what we was rocking to.
Right. Yeah.
We wasn't rocking to Can't Stop, Won't Stop song.
It's crazy because as history proved, there's not enough room in a label for two major groups like that, because later we saw it when they had State Property and Dipset joined, you know? So there wouldn't have been enough room for State Property and Major Figures, possibly, if you look at what eventually happened in the future with Cam, Jewels. Jim was probably there based on the Dipset Diplomatic Immunity.
It was really Cam and Jewels.
It was really Cam and Jewels.
Yeah.
But also everyone that was involved in diplomatic immunity.
Well, yeah, no, the whole Dipset period. That whole movement was so major, and to combine it with another major movement, you're gonna have egos clashing. You're gonna have egos clashing, man. Especially if you had egos clashing before the merger.
And then the eventual merger, with Def Jam, or however that really worked. Whether Def Jam was doing the album releases, and then they just, however that worked, man. It was
like, it's crazy, Mikey T. Me and my homie, shout out Digger, what up? We was just talking about that freestyle, like that situation. He said it didn't get crazy until Jewel said, "Thanks for Cam for taking over the rock." And I was like, yeah, Jay-Z was in the south of France when he heard that. And then we went to the Hot 97 freestyle, where he said, Hovey's home, I got the global phone. He said, look who he brought up there. He said, Bleak and Young Chris. And who killed it? Young Chris. Murdered it. Like, so there's always going to be a clash of egos, you know, if you bring
Rosewood,
major groups.
It just doesn't make any sense to me how, Jay-Z would be upset at Cameron coming to the label, trying to put on for Rockefeller, saying, "Yo,
I didn't understand that either.
I'm the captain of the Rock. I'm putting this shit on my back now. We're going to a whole nother level." Like, Jay-Z should have been like impressed that somebody was doing that.
Me and my squad thought that when it was going on, we thought it was about to be something epic. We thought we was about to get so many classic songs because we coming off the State Property era. Then we're bringing that and then we had Dipset era with it. Then we're bringing that together. It's like a best of both squads.
And then
dream team.
You want to know what I said a few minutes ago? Major Figgas and State Property and Dipset. Too big for an umbrella like Rockefeller. But Jay-Z should have been able to control all of that when he took over as president of Def Jam. Rosewood.
Now I would ask you this: when he took over as president of Def Jam, was it too late to do that?
That was in like 2005. Honestly, I feel like Spada was in jail at that point, I believe. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I think if Jay-Z was thinking right, which, I mean, he must have had a lot of different things on his plate, from, Rockaware to Armadale Vodka. But if he was thinking right, he could have taken over Def Jam and had Dipset under Def Jam. He could have had State Property and Major Figures all under Def Jam.
But I think it was already a plan for who they were going to sign. I think Leor probably already had, like, Leor, Kevin Charles,
right?
They already had the lineup, because you see he had Rihanna.
No, like, you see who they had.
They brought over.
Who did they? What did they? Back in the day, the top three labels were Murder Inc., Rockefeller, and Rough Riders. Right? Those were the top three labels right there. In that little area.
Yeah.
Jay-Z could have had another top three labels, man, with Major Figures, State Property, and Dipset.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, it was just with the State Property and Major Figure thing, it just is egos, and it's basically come off friendly competition. That's all.
Jay's probably like, we already did this twice. We already put out two Young Gun albums. I want to put out Rihanna's album. I want to try Garrett Marie.
That's why I asked you, was the timing a little too late once he got to be president?
Yeah, he's like, I want to put out DJ. I want to sign DJ Khaled.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He started having Rihanna, Khaled. They went in kind of a whole new different direction, So
why wasn't there room for everybody? I don't understand this. Def Jam is supposed to be an umbrella with 50 plus artists, I would think.
Exactly. But at the time, Mikey T, those were strange times in the industry. Those were strange times because a lot of our favorite rappers, we thought were going to get deals. Oh, Jay-Z's the president. That means everybody's moving up. You know, people about to start being CEOs and rappers about to start.
Fabulous. They all moved up.
Yeah, like they moved up, but I'm saying it was like a lot of people, like you said, like a state property major figures thing or stuff like that. It wouldn't happen. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening.
Yeah, but Jay-Z, Jay-Z's a genius. I mean, I just read that they I guess they sold Tidal to Square for $350 million.
I saw that.
Like, are
that
you
was already
me?
in the works. Yeah.
That's a third of $1 billion. That's over a third of $1 billion right there.
You
know, but yeah, major respect to that. Were you on the Tidal heavy, Rosewood?
No, I wasn't on the Tidal heavy. I remember the launch and all that. You know, I remember the media coverage for it and everything. You know, but you know, Jay-Z is a genius on basically flipping business ideas. You know, coming up with either, you know, partnering with somebody and then us flipping it for a major price to somebody that wants it. You know.
All right, somebody asked me a little bit earlier. They said, Mikey T, who is your top 5 favorite battle rappers? So, Rosewood, you might have answered this before, but I'm going to ring off mine. You can rattle off yours. Mine were, I just want you to comment on it as well because I didn't get your comment on it. But I said I'm going to have to go with Hollow the Don, Math Hoffa, Sue Surf, Rum Nitty, and Cassidy. That's my top 5 right there off the top of the head. Don't get on my ass about Loaded Lux not being in there. You know what I mean? Don't get on my ass about Cassidy not being number 1. Technically, we've only seen him in 4 battles. You know what I mean? Technically, we've only seen him in 4 or 5 if you want to throw Freeway in there. So that's why I'll give him the 5th spot, even though Hollow the Don really is my favorite battle rapper. But right now, my favorite battle rapper is Cassidy, then Hollow. But that's my top 5 right there. I don't want to put Geechee. I'm putting Geechee at number 6, Geechee Gotti. Rosewood, what do you think of my top 5?
No, like I said, Mikey T, your top 5 cool for one. Your top 5 cool. I can't debate on that one. And you know, that's a good top 5 right there. And everybody's top 5 is going to be different. Everybody in the comments, don't be like, oh, he left this person out. That's his top 5. That's who he likes to listen to. You know, you can't expect everybody to listen to what you listen to all the time. You know, everybody's list is going to be just different. Yeah, name now. All right, what y'all in the comments give y'all top 5.
Now, I had to put Rum Nitty in there, man, because honestly, Rum Nitty saw I watched Rum Nitty have the best battle that I've ever seen. And Goods and I agreed on that in my interview. Rum Nitty versus K-Shine was the best battle I've ever seen. I saw it live, too, in Texas.
Okay, yeah. I remember you was telling me that. Now, my top 5 battle rappers, and I don't have no order. Loaded Lux. I like see now Loaded. That's I'll say that's like my favorite battle rapper. I'm gonna go with Loaded, T-Rex. I like DNA, Hollow the Don, and for the 5th spot, I'm gonna put Surf up there. I'm gonna put Sue Surf up there.
All right. So what was that again? You had no particular order. You said
Loaded Lux.
Yep.
T-Rex. DNA.
Yep.
Hollow the Don
and Sue Surf. Okay. Wow, that list is
my far.
That's a solid list right there, man. That's a solid list. Don Supreme says Tay Rock, Sue Surf, J Mills, Reed Dollars, T-Rex. I don't know, man. A couple of the names I'm not really feeling J Mills, and I'm not too much feeling Reed Dollars, just to be honest with you, just based off his battle with Sue Surf.
Yeah, Reed. I would say Reed is kind of too early, and J Mills is like
he didn't have the best return.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why. So there's no knock on Jay Mills or Reed Dollars, but that's the reason why I would say not on the list. There's other people you could put in there.
Now, Sue Surf Stack says Sue Surf. Sue Surf is honestly just probably the most interesting battle rapper of the last 2 or 3 years. That's why he's on my list.
But yeah, and that's why I mean I put him up there because of what he has accomplished. You know, that's what I put him up there as what he's accomplished. And it's somebody that entertains me, you know, that gives me an entertainment factor.
Now, right here, Reed beat Surf, Stacks is saying.
They had a battle? He's saying they had a battle and he beat him, or
Reed Dollars versus Sue Surf. You need to go.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I never watched that battle.
You need to
I never watched the battle. I'm gonna check that joint out.
Let's ask everybody in the chat who won that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Who won that?
Joe Jers says that Reed beat Surf 2-1, which is absolutely not true.
Oh, come on, Mikey T. Come on, you gonna give up the goods. You supposed to stay out of it while they coming in.
I don't go against my dog Surf, man.
You ain't going against them. You just letting the people speak their mind. I'm trying to see what the people say.
Surf is on my list, man.
Now when the people done, yeah. Now when the people done, give it. Now you can say that like, no, that 2-1. I don't believe in that. Now they gonna try to be biased now, man.
Hey, man, I'm rolling with Surf, man. I haven't seen a battle recently. I've been watching Surf's battles, man. I mess with Surf. People can say what they want about him stumbling here or there. Oh, yeah, you see, this is what they say. Reed, hold on. Reed took the second and third. Might have to do an official review on that battle now, Stacks, since you're trying to.
So sad, Stacks, he said. I mean,
Surf retired. He only started being known for choke. That's not necessarily true. People would throw jabs at him about that, Rosewood, about him stumbling.
We talked to him while like he wasn't around or whatever. And like I said, I do believe he has a record deal. He's working on an album. So I think that's why he put battle rap to the side. But the choking thing is always going. They always going to get to him with that, you know.
But, I can only imagine if Cassidy battled Sue Surf. Like if Cassidy battled Sue Surf, man, he would be all over that choking shit.
I want to see that. I want to see a Cassidy Sue Surf. Not right now, but if Sue Surf came back and was able to, you know, make like bounce back in the battle arena and then battle Cassidy, I would like to see that.
Yeah, but you said, you know, what you were telling me the other day, the more interesting battle for Cassidy right now would be against Murder Mook because of the story. Whereas Sue Surf and Cassidy's story, it doesn't date back so long. Maybe only about 6 months is how long their story dates back.
Yeah, that's why I said it wouldn't be ready for now. It'd be like later on. It'd be something later on. That's a battle later on just for the fans, you know, to watch.
Now, some people might say that I'm wrong about Sue Surf and Cassidy's timeline, but from what I remember, they actually have called each other out on a couple platforms. You know, they've called each other out, you know, here and there on a couple platforms. That's why I say in the last 6 months. Now, Murder Mook and Cassidy have a storied history, 15 plus years.
Right. Facts. Hold on, matter of fact. No, I gotta, man, Dad. I just looked at the comments. I gotta switch Surf. I gotta put Charlie Clips in last.
Woo!
I gotta put Charlie Clips in last. Whoever, Ron C. Thank you, Ron C. I apologize, Clips. I gotta put Clips in there last, man.
Will you let everybody in the chat know why you actually mess with Charlie Clips? And he is actually teamed up with Good Clips.
Yeah. Now the thing is with Charlie Clips is that he's able to be so versatile, go off top, look at different subjects and turn that into subject matter and put that into his battle. You know, he breaks his opponent down. You know, clips gives you a lot of things, man. Like he gives you a lot of things, a lot of. I don't think nobody other battle rapper gives it to you like him, or they might try, but he's so smooth and polished with it. It's just so natural, you know. He'll bring you sitting on the steps into the battle, or something like that. He brings the environment into the battle, you know, and that's the true essence of battle on the streets. Bringing an environment, stuff in the environment, bringing that to defeat your opponent too. That's a whole nother skill right there. Ron C, salute for that, man. Yeah, definitely Clips, bro. Clips, he gotta be in there. Sir, get an honorable mention.
Rosewood, do you know much about the partnership of Clips and Goods?
The partnership with Clips and Goods?
Yeah, do you know much about Good Clips, you know, for the tag team battle rap?
Yeah. I watched that. I was impressed. I thought they were going to start doing that more and more. Like the tag team, they did it, then they stopped. You know, I was feeling that though. Some people wasn't. A lot of people told they like, I ain't feeling it. I was like, I like it. I was liking it. I was liking the tag team match.
Yeah, you know, a lot of shit got screwed up, man, with the pandemic because battle rap was on a major surge.
Yeah, definitely.
Joe Jers says, hell yeah. In response to what you were saying, Rosewood, hell yeah, Clips freestyles like a madman. Never know if a rebuttal will destroy the angle his opponent is trying to take.
Yeah. And that's what you gotta honor that skill. You gotta honor that skill. So you gotta honor that, man.
George McCarthy, thank you for tuning in, man. Go ahead, hit that like button, share this video if you haven't already. George McCarthy says, roast sessions and rap battles be almost the same. Gotta flame ya up. There's a lot of roast sessions going on the block, Rosewood.
Always. Oh, yeah. Always.
All right. Yeah. So are they roasting your boy out there in Philly right now, though?
You said they roasting him?
Are they roasting your boy Mikey T out there in Philly right now?
I mean, not in my hood. You ain't getting this in my hood. You get in my hood. You know, I'm not in everybody's neighborhood, Mikey T. You know, so so you good in my hood. Ain't nobody betting on you. But at the same time, you're not here. Like, that matter of fact, listen, if you're not here, how can I bet on you? Like, we're not gonna make you the topic of our conversation. We don't do that. You know, not on no betting stuff. No, that's corny. You would have to be on my block, and then somebody's gonna bet on you.
So, Rosewood, somebody must have said to you, somebody must have pulled up on you or seen you randomly and been like, yo, Rosewood, I was just listening to your shit. I was just listening to you on the internet, man. I was just listening to your shit on YouTube. Has anybody said that to you yet?
I know a few people. But, you know, I don't be on no Hollywood stuff. I don't be on that, man. I stay humble, man. I work with my community all the time in Philadelphia, man. I'm politically active as far as musically active in my community. So, you know, shout out to the whole Nice Town, man. Shout out Fisttown too, man. Like I said, man, shout out to the whole Logan Valley, 15 for Decade to stand up.
Yeah, Ronald. I mess with K-Shine a lot. Like I said, that battle that Rum Nitty had was against K-Shine, and that was my favorite battle.
I like K-Shine too. I like K-Shine too.
Yeah, man. K-Shine and Geechee Gotti. Can somebody tell me if they've had a battle yet? I would like to check that out in the chat. If someone can tell me real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hold on. Iceberg says they must have been like, yo, Rosewood, why you mess with that Mikey T cat? Did they be calling that? They've said that to you.
Yeah, no, nobody said that to me. Yeah, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Like, I don't be. It's so much going on in the city of Philadelphia. Like, once the internet is over and it's real life, we not talking about that. There's so much other stuff to bid on. Like, you know, we were just having, like, when I came off the block, we were just having a debate about rap. You know, we're just having a debate about rap. You know, similar to what we was talking about with Gilly. You know, we was just having a debate on the block.
No, I just asked you that, Rosewood, because I'm more so wondering, you're having the debate with the guys in the town, about the music, but now you're actually bringing it here on the internet. You know what I mean? You're taking it a whole nother step.
Right. Yeah, but look, like, you reporting on the music first and foremost, or whatever. You reporting on the music, and we know what it is, man. At the same time, it's all about the positivity on Report Card Radio. You shout out to my man Bon Simmons.
Let me just say this, Rosewood.
We carry it.
Let me just say this, and yes, everybody tune in this week. RBH versus Bon Simmons, the championship rematch. But hold on, what's right here? Primo says Rum Nitty is the greatest rapper out today. Facts. Damn, Primo, I respect you for saying that. I really do like Rum Nitty, man. Like, after seeing his performance, and I actually got a chance to interview him as well. After, you know what I mean? Wow. So they said K-Shine and Geechee have battled on URL. I'm definitely checking that out tomorrow, or maybe even tonight if I have some time.
Right. Yeah.
Checking that shit out. Louis Peasy, I definitely saw the Gilly interview with Floyd Mayweather. Gilly's doing his thing like crazy right now. You know what I mean?
Salute Gil, man, and Wallow. Crazy.
Yeah. We were actually just touching on that a little bit earlier, Peasy, about how the $1 million worth of game is like a platform almost as big as Breakfast Club, arguably as big as the Breakfast Club, but it's been around for what? How much, like a fifth of the time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It came on. They dropped that to Drink Champs. So they definitely is on way less than Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club has been around for a long time. I mean, we saw a whole different Charlemagne at the beginning of the Breakfast Club, Rosewood. You know what I mean? Right. I don't even think Charlemagne was married when he first did the Breakfast. He was talking about it. He was always talking about wanting to get girls and shit. We kind of got the raw Charlemagne back then. But now,
that's why people tuned in. That's why people tuned in. Charlemagne was on the radio in Philly before he went there.
Word, was that with what? Was that with Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the happy on your line.
Yeah, and then he got kicked off because Wendy Williams said that did her Jay-Z thing. Get her up out of here.
Oh, yeah, that whole shit with Beanie Siegel.
Yep, there you go.
But yeah, I'm not too sure if you should been on $1 million worth of game, Mikey. Well, I mean, honestly, if I had been on $1 million worth of game, like if I had really taken on the third role, like I don't think I probably wouldn't have lasted this long on camera, because I mean, if you see what's happened to some of the other co-hosts, they've all pretty much been phased out, Rosewood, because Gilly and Wallow are the stars.
Yeah, that's all you need is Gilly and Wallow. That's all, man. They brighten up my days, man. I believe they brighten up a lot of people in Philadelphia days, man. For real, man. They give a lot of people optimism, man, on a brighter tomorrow. For real. They really uplifting the city in a major way. Salute to those guys every time, man.
Yeah.
Thing.
Just to hear Gilly talking in this interview tonight with Floyd Mayweather, he was speaking on Wallow, and he was like, Wallow just got out of jail 4 years ago. He went into jail when he was 17, got out at 37. He's been out of jail for 4 years, and he's a millionaire. He said he has $1 million in his account. You know what I mean? It's just it's like crazy and inspirational to see that and hear that. And then they're sitting there with Floyd Mayweather, of all people.
The crazy thing to think about is Wallow's the whole inspiration for major figures. Like Gilly said, if you ever watched $1 million worth of game in the beginning, Gilly said he wasn't rapping. Wallow wanted them to rap. Wallow had to throw the major figures idea and all that. So to see Wallow have his downfall, then be able to come back and be a millionaire, Hell yeah, that's really honorable.
Yeah, Wallow's just on to such major things. I hope the two of them, honestly, in my mind, I think the two of them really deserve a TV show. I'm not sure where it would air exactly, whether it was like the FX network or something like that,
Right.
or maybe even something like True TV or even VH1. I'm not really sure where it would air, but I think
Well, I see the direction you're going in. I see the direction you're going in with that, though. Yeah, like they could definitely have a show if it's formatted right and they have a lot of creative control with the right team to add to their creativeness. Then I think you're right. I see what direction you're going in with that. I think that can happen.
yeah, them two together, you know what I mean? And whether I mean, Wallow, I think Wallow's about to I'm not sure if he's married yet, but shit, maybe we could even see Wallow on Love and Hip Hop.
The possibility, man. Whatever Wallow can do, man, to be out there, keep doing it because he's pushing a positive message all the way. All the way, man. When people were calling Wallow a clown for spreading a positive message, now
Mm,
look at him.
mm.
Come on, man. I remember that. I remember watching those Wallow videos when he first came on 4 years ago, 3 years ago, when he was doing the videos coming out the alleyway, talking and all that. People in the comments calling him a clown and all that. Now look at him. Them same people that's doing that, they watch $1 million worth of game tuning in.
George says, or Revolt with Diddy. I think it needs to be on a show on a network. I think Gilly and Wallow needs to be on a network that's syndicated in more households. You know what I mean? I think it needs to be on a platform that's in, you know what I mean? 200 million homes or whatever, bigger access. Do you have Revolt on your television, Rosewood?
No, I don't watch. I don't have Revolt. Mm-mm. But
Exactly.
I do watch programs off of Revolt, like Elliot Wilson show. I watch Elliot Wilson show. That's watch Elliot Wilson show and Breakfast Club. I think Breakfast Club is Revolt now, right?
Yeah, I would like to see them get a TV distribution deal with that's on a bigger network. Some like I said, something like FX. You know what I mean? FX used to do the Chappelle show.
Right. But then the thing is creative control. So negotiation, and that's one thing Gilly know how to do is negotiate a deal.
Okay, this is something I should have brought up earlier. Joe Jers said E Ness is a legend. Those freestyles back in the early 2000s still have rewatch value. Bro, why not E Ness versus, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Why not E Ness versus Reed Dollars?
That could possibly happen. That could possibly happen.
Mm.
That could possibly happen. Let me take this call, Mikey. Tell you, I'll be right back with you.
All right, man. Tap back in with us, Rosewood. That's a battle. Eric Harris was popping. Where the runts right here, brother. Yo, on the real, that's what I was thinking earlier when you brought up Ines Jers. And let me know what you guys think about it. Rosewood, Iceberg, you know what I mean? Peasy, Jers. I was thinking, with the recent battles that Ines has been having, rebuilding you know, his significance in the game. You know what I mean? Rebuilding his or getting his passion back. Hell yeah, it's gas. But what do you guys think, man? And with Reed Dollars being so new back to it, maybe this would be a decent matchup. Ness versus Reed Dollars, you guys. I'm suggesting it. George, I'm not saying that he's a legend in battle rap. I'm saying that Iness's return to battle rap, he's been proving himself. You know what I mean? Ever since him and Jay Mills did that return battle, which a lot of people say that Jay Mills floundered in it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay. Eric says, "Where's the runts?" I showed you guys the runts. You know what I'm saying? I got the real seat. You can see that. Cheer! You dig? This is Mikey T, the movie star, reporting live. This is Mikey T. Damn, that shit looks loud. I'm watching the playback right over here. Here, let me get this shit going right over here. But guys, what do you think, man? I honestly would want to see Reed Dollars versus E. Ness. Cool Demeanor says Gilly and Wallow need a sitcom. A sitcom, excuse me. Nah, Don, I definitely think that Jay Mills was dope. Don Spreem says, yo, Mikey, you don't think Jay Mills was fire on the Smack DVD and during the Enes battle because he was the first battle I seen do a scheme. Yo, I just think that Jay Mills was better suited to be a rapper, to be 100% honest with you, man. I had actually got the chance to interview Jay Mills while he was working with Young Money, and he was talking to me about his album that he was going to put out right after Lil Wayne put the Carter 3 out. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was a little bit better suited for music. You know, I was kind of interested in Jay Mills. What was it called? It was Back to the Future. That's what his album was going to be called at first before he ended up signing with Cash Money. You know, I was more interested in his career. And then, okay, he's going to jump back in the field. All right, we saw him battle before. We saw him actually battle Ness on the Bad Boy show, you know, so the Making the Band show. So, okay, they're going to do it again. But no, I think Jay Mills underperformed. Has Jay Mills been doing any battles since then, you guys? Enes has been flourishing when it comes to battles. Enes has been doing many battles. Yeah, Jay Mills is my guy too, man. I actually did a couple interviews with him. Type it in, Jay Mills, Mikey T. George McCarthy, Jay Mills' return was bad. Wayne Blanchard was popping. Man. How much do you think for that bag, Peasy? How much do you think? Light one for all the men. That looks like some fire. Fucking right. Oh, George, my bad, man. I didn't think you. I was just answering the question, though, in general, George. Salute to you, man. K-Shine beat Jay Mills. When was that battle, man? When was that battle? Who would even think? I'm not trying to be disrespectful right now, but who the hell would even think? Who the hell would even think that Jay Mills would have a chance against K-Shine? What in the blue hell? Who in the flying? Who's writing this shit? Who wasted money? You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me, man. That is what? Huh? My DMX ad libs. What these bitches want? Are you kidding me? Of course K-Shine beat Jay Mills. ARP? What does ARP stand for, bro? Oh, it's on RBE. Oh, it's on RBE. Okay, yeah. You know, Rare Breed does a lot of battles, man. Rare Breed does a lot of battles. You know, they actually just did the Cassidy and Hitman battle, so I guess I should have expected that. But honestly, I just don't see how they match up. You know what I mean? He's one of the bosses, Mikey. I just don't get how those two match up, you guys. What on God's green earth is Jay Mills doing battling K-Shine? Like, facts, man. Like, how? You lost to Enes. What? You lost to Enes twice. You didn't get the deal in the Sorry, Jay Mills is my guy. You know, I think Jay Mills is a great artist. I think he should have got his album released on Cash Money. What up? Yo, what up, Andy? Appreciate Alabama on the check-in. Salute to you. Devon, yeah, 50 people, maybe more, maybe a few more than 50, maybe a few less, went to the Quando Rondo show. And, a lot of people were saying, Quandary, you're hilarious. A lot of people were saying months ago, we all got on here and we talked about it, unless you're that new of a viewer, which I appreciate anyways, you guys just tuning in. We spoke on the fact that there were rumors out there of Little Durk getting the Quando Rondo shows canceled, but now here we are 3 months later, here we are 3 or 4 months later, and Quando Rondo has a show, nobody shows up. So maybe nobody bought tickets for his shows 3 months ago that he was going to do, and Little Durk actually wasn't the one who got them canceled. That's just what I'm theorizing right now. Like, to me, that seems like a pretty good theory that Quando didn't sell any tickets, which is why I believe he had 2 shows. He had 2 shows that were ended up being canceled. Yeah, the rumor, George, was that he bought the first 5 rows, like Rosewood was saying, the whole 50 Cent Ja Rule thing. I don't think that's accurate. I think the promoter sold 50 tickets, much like this show, and canceled. I think that's the more likely scenario. Now that we're hearing all this shit, 100 people. Sometimes a promoter will cancel a show if 100 people buy tickets. They're like, damn, we needed 1,000 people to buy tickets. Let's not give the club the money and let's just back out of this shit. George, that was a theory that I had in the past about the venues getting scared and backing out. That was a theory I had in the past. When the running joke was that Little Durk bought the tickets, that was a theory that I had. Okay, this isn't the right time for Quando to be having shows. The police canceled it. The venues canceled it. I'm trying to give the man every benefit of the doubt. But there comes a point in time where it's like, okay, 50 people showed up to this event, 75, 100, whatever it is, a major, disappointing turnout. And there just got to come a point in time where you say to yourself, maybe his other shows underperformed in ticket sales, and then they canceled on him. You know what I mean? Whether he had to give back the money or he didn't just get the back end, I don't know about that. But it just kind of sounds like to me that quite possibly, you know what I mean? Quite possibly his shows got canceled because nobody was going to show up. That's what I think, you guys. Ronald, yeah, I saw Rondo's interview with Angela Yee where he actually said that he wasn't dissing King Von, right? But because there was a lot of speculation over him talking shit on King Von on a record dropped. Everyone knows that King Von is known for the crazy story, and then Quando dropped a record called End of Story. No, Block, yeah, 50 people, better than no people. I respect the way that Quando carried it, I respect the way that Quando Rondo actually carried it, to be 100% honest with you, Block. Like going out there and saying, yo, there's 50 people, 100 people here, but we're going to rock it tonight. Like there's 10,000. Quando wants to perform his music. He wants to continue on with his career. I can really respect that. It was an unfortunate situation that happened with him, and rest in peace, King Von. A situation that nobody wanted to happen, and a situation that I don't think anybody thought was going to elevate like that. But these new young guys, man, they're a lot younger than me. I'm 32. You know what I mean? But these new young guys, they don't just use their fists anymore. You know, it's not like when I was a kid and you could literally just fight with your fist. You know, for some reason, it's not like that. Like I remember back in the day when I was like 10, 12, 13, 14 years old, fighting, you know, getting punched, punching people, you know what I mean? Getting stomped out, getting thrown through a tree one time. One time these guys came because I started dating this dude's sister. I started dating this dude's younger sister because she was in my grade and they were 2 grades ahead of me. They came and they found me at the school. They started trying to beat me up. I fighting with them. I remember I fought this one 8th grader when I was in like 6th grade. Punched me in the head 3 times with some rings. Bigger kid. You know what I mean? I remember I was in, you know, it was like crazy because I was in grade school kind of acting like I was in high school. You know, you grow up early sometimes in this shit. But yeah, Ronald says Rondo just wants to live his life again. And that's why he's trying to go back to doing the shows. You know what I mean? He did an interview, like everyone said, with Angela Yee, excuse me. Angela Yee's cool as hell. She's actually given me a couple retweets before and shit. But you know, I honestly thought Quando had a bigger fan base, you guys. You know, I really did. You know, when I watched his interviews, when I looked at the music he was releasing, you know. Don Supreme says, what happened to MCs seeing each other and battling? Exactly, man. You know what I mean? Or just seeing each other and getting to the bottom of their differences before throwing fists. You know what I mean? You know what a showdown is. You know what a showdown is. Like, I've walked to many showdowns. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, Iceberg. Another thought that just comes to my mind is like the fact that and let's be real, we've seen other clubs. We've seen other clubs host many people. You know what I mean? But hell, there were more people at that dice game that Gilly the Kid filmed than were at Quando show. There were more people at the dice game in Gilly the Kid's hotel than showed up. You know what I mean? Why does anybody think I'm scared of anybody? This dumbass who just logged into the chat named Roger, he must have not watched the full video where I was putting dude on blast. I hold my own. I've won every single rap beef that I've ever participated in. There's not one rap beef that I haven't won. There's not one. Should we list them? Barry Blaze says, do you even be in Philly? Barry, I'm wondering, when did you catch wind of me? I'm wondering, when did you catch wind of me, Barry? Like, how old are you? I've been in Philly every year since 2011, you dits. You dits. Yeah, Octavius, you're kind of late, man. I played this whole audio of ARAB.
They wanted me to battle Lil Rucky back then.
Because of Rucky. Bump was actually telling me about that.
Oh, they said Cass lost to him. But Cass told me he beat him. But everybody in my neighborhood said Cass lost to him. You know, Cass is originally from my neighborhood too. They said Cass lost to him. But Cass told me he beat him.
You're kind of late, man. You're kind of late. If anybody wants me to replay the ARAB audio, this Roger guy thinks his point is getting across. Yo, no, I'm just saying, Iceberg, the fucking dice game that Gilly filmed had more people at it than Quando's show. I was just bidding. Barry's a dumbass. Barry doesn't even realize who I who I am. I've come to Philly and interviewed any rapper that you know about. I was in Philly interviewing Louis V. Gutta, Cicero, O'Malley. What are you even talking about? You must be 15 years old. You must have just been born in 1996. You must have been just born in 1996 talking to Mikey T, the movie star, like that. That's why I'm the most hated, yet anticipated. You heard what I'm saying? Most hated, yet anticipated. Came up doing interviews, but I graduated. Yeah, that's right. Your OGs, your favorite rappers, love me, respect me, admire what I do. They admire what I do. Iceberg says, I think Barry would get smacked just because his name is Barry. That is 100% facts. Anybody who's named Barry, with the exception of that one superhero, would get smacked the hell up. Salute my guy, Octavius. Just for you, Octavius, I'm going to replay that shit back, my G. Yeah, Barry acting scary. Of course. Yo, Andy, of course, man. Of course. Why the hell do you think I did that blog, Andy? To show everybody that Ab and Darklow are cool. OBH is a label. Not everybody has to get along in OBH. It's pretty simple. OBH is a label. You know what I mean? Sometimes artists are going to have a divide. That doesn't mean they're not going to still work on music and put out projects. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean they're not going to still do their thing. You know, we've seen artists on other labels bicker in the past. So we're not really going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the positive things. You know what I mean? We're going to focus on the positive nature of things in OBH. Scary Barry. I used to know this one kid named Barry, man. This kid was scared of everything. He was scared of being around people in public, man. Scared, probably too scared to jump in a blog. You know what I mean? Too scared to jump in a blog. I had to get my shit together. I'll admit it. I had to get my shit together because I had actually had an opportunity to work with Gilly and Wallow, but I wasn't on camera back then. I'm on camera now, though. Cheer. Get him, Iceberg. All right, y'all. Let me play this. Let me play this shit for y'all. I know everybody wants to hear this. This is the story that Ab actually had about Gilly the Kid. But Ab, man, I'm looking forward to all the history in the future that we're gonna make, man.
What was Gilly answer to that question you asked?
Gilly was like,
story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump.
Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this, man? Are y'all ready for this? If y'all want to hear this, I need 10 thumbs up. I need 10 thumbs up in the chat right now. If anybody wants to hear this. Yeah,
with the story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. Right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. Story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump.
Guys, if you want this story of Gilly walking on AR Rab's block, I need at least 10 out of the 120 people to put their thumbs up in the chat. I need 10 people to comment in the chat right now with their thumbs up. If y'all want to hear it. Actually, I need 15 people. All right, we got one, Andy. I need 15 thumbs up in the chat if you guys really want to hear this. Otherwise, rewind the video. Let me roll up. Your favorite blogger ain't smoking like me either. Actually, I am your favorite blogger. Salute to everybody in the chat. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's get those thumbs up. What up, Payday 39? Tyrone, what's popping with you, man? If you guys want to hear this AR Rab audio, let's get them thumbs up right now in the chat. Let's go. Everyone show me you can support this video. Yeah,
with the story, right? Gilly walked on my block. Story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. They had Dickie suits on there, one-piece Dickie suits, right? You know, we and Gilly from the same hood, but
guys, if you want to hear this story, I need 15 thumbs up. We got 11. I need 4 more thumbs up. If y'all want to hear this, if y'all want to hear this shit. If not, I'll just release it in a few days. Come on, let's go. Hit them thumbs up, people, if you want to hear this AR Rab exclusive content. Nobody else has this shit. The other guys don't have it. They don't even know how to get it because they don't even know what questions to ask. They don't know how to carry a conversation like your boy, Mikey T. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Come on. True Visions. You can't just keep doing it. I appreciate everybody, man. I really do. I appreciate everybody. True Visions 37. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. I'm going to play it.
Yeah, Dickie suit.
Yeah,
with the story, right? Gilly walked on my block. It was just him and Bump. They had Dickie suits on there, one-piece Dickie suits, right? You know, we and Gilly from the same hood, but it's from like 3 blocks up, you know what I'm saying? So, something on my block, we 15 deep out there, man. And it's confidence. It blew my mind because we probably like 30 deep, man. No exaggeration. I'm a young guy. Like, I'm probably like 13, 14. But I'm out there with all my old heads. Gilly just walked up with this arrogance and this cockiness and said, and just challenged my old head to a battle. And Gilly destroyed him, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And after that, I was like, this motherfucker know how to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? This before we made the figures and all that. This is like this hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they used to go around from hood to hood and just battle people. And they used to, like, Gilly them used to be person shit back then.
Yeah, you know, Gilly was Gilly.
If you ask Gilly would say that Cassidy lost to his rapper from my neighborhood named Lil Rocky.
Guys, if you want to hear the rest, George, I'm smoking runts, bro. I'm smoking runts. If you guys want to hear the rest of this interview, I need 20 thumbs up. If you guys want me to play the rest where Ab speaks on Cassidy battling Little Rucky, 20 thumbs up right now. Right now. Do it in the chat, you guys, if you support this channel. Or an easy Cash App donation. Send in a Cash App donation. I'll play it right now. Or a super chat. Otherwise, let's get 25 thumbs up, you guys, if y'all want to hear it. Let's get 25, you guys. I want 25 if y'all want to hear the rest of this conversation with Ab. Yo, Leo King, what's popping, man? Appreciate you, my G. Thank you for tapping in. Octavius hit me with like 3 thumbs up. Okay. E301, what's popping with you, man? thumbs up. I want to hear this shit, y'all. Yeah, you don't know the names, Rosewood? Yo, okay. I see you, George. I see you, George. I'm about to roll me something up, you guys. What's everyone smoking? I want to know what's everyone smoking. This is what I smoke out of, you guys. This is what I smoke out of. All right, y'all. All right, I'll do a dare. If somebody hits the Cash App with $20 right now, I will take a big ass chug of this Henny. Right now, Cash App, $20, big ass chug of the Henny. We'll do some of that shit that the game used to do. You know, you used to drink the whole bottle of the shit. Cash App is pinned, you guys. Let's get this. Let's get this. Straight Phillies. My man smoking out of Phillies. Okay, I got no problem with Phillies, my dude. I really got no problem with Phillies, man. There's been a lot of times actually where I was chilling in Florida, and that was one of the majority things that they smoke out there. Oh, yo, okay. You got that ice cream cake. All right, that's what's up. H1 said he'll do the whole bottle for 20. All right, send in a 50. Send in a 50. I'll do the whole bottle and I'll stay on for another hour so you can see the effects of what the full bottle does to me. Actually, that's kind of, I don't know if I'm doing the whole bottle, man. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'll be on here revealing all types of secrets and shit about the hip hop industry. I'll be on here talking all types of shit. That'd be great. What? Leo King, that banana pudding? What the hell is you talking about, bro? You smoking some good shit. Space runs. Nah, I'm not. I didn't I did that one time on 420 actually though. I mixed some runts that I had with space cake, but I haven't copped no more of that space cake, man. I got runts. My boy has runts, so that's all I'm grabbing right now. I don't have a big bottle. All I got is this joint right here, man. I used to hear people talk about crippy weed. I can't really remember what the hell crippy weed was. They'd be like, yo, man, we got some crippy. We got some crippy, man. You want to get some crippy? I'd be like, no, I don't want to get any crippy. Do you have any OG Kush? No, the dudes I went from, man, they never had no crippy, man. They didn't have crippy. My guys really had sour, OG Kush. Let me think. Sour, OG Kush, Blue Dream, Girl Scout cookies. These were the major buds that they had back then. E301 misses that hydro. That's weird. I'm not gonna lie, man. Oh yeah, actually, me and some of the homies were talking about hydro a few days ago. The way that it got you high and shit. The way that you compared to you know what I mean? It was some shit back in the day. B Rogers. Well, honestly, man, no one's even supporting the channel and no one's even sending a Cash App right now. If I could be 100% honest with you, let me check. Yeah, no, none came in. Just to be 100% honest with you. Tonight's stream is really just for fun. But also to talk about battle rap because, you know, it's just crazy how hot of a topic Cassidy and Hitman Holla is right now. You know what I mean? Cassidy really has got this whole shit going with battle rap right now. Yo, it's that creeper, bro. It's that creeper. You know, that creepy man. Creeper. What up, yo? Xantar Bully, what's popping with you tonight, man? Appreciate you for tapping in. I was actually just playing a joint with Ab speaking on you know, Gilly. You know what I mean? Saying that his protege had beat Cassidy in a battle. You know, Ab was like, well, if you'd ask Gilly, he'd tell you that Rucky beat Cassidy in a battle. And it was crazy to hear that from Ab, you know, because I've actually heard other Major Figures members confirm it. But when I was talking to Ab, that came out of the blue. And I was like, what? I was like, what? Are you serious? I was like, are you serious right now? Ab said Cassidy said he won, but the street said that Cassidy lost. Iceberg, nah, man, you don't ever buy Crippy. When somebody comes up to you and says, hey man, I got some Crippy. I got some Crippy, man. You never, ever buy it. You pretty much, if somebody does that to you, you go to a store and you buy some Hennessy ASAP because you know you were about to get jugged. You're about to get a bad batch of chronic. So Cassidy not. Yo, George, it's not 5,600, bro. It's 5,000. If you'd say Cassidy's won all of his battles, it'd be 5,004. You know, 5,004 no. Yo, Henny Blanco, you just found yourself out of my chat for life. For life. For life. Out of here. For life. Yo, how did you guys how I did that one there where I was like, you're out of here. For life. You know, I took a little NWO spin. For life. Don't mess with me, man. I'll make a comedy out of your whole career. You know what I'm saying? I'll make people laugh at every single part of your career. I'll deconstruct you. If that's even the proper word. I'll break you down to the point where you don't even want to be involved in this shit no more. Iceberg, note to self. Say no to Crippy, yo. Say no. Say no to Crippy. Never take the Crippy. Never in your life take this Crippy. This Crip. This is the Crippy. Never take the Crippy. Crippy, no. Crippy is like it's like mango. You know what I mean? You don't want to mess with it. That's my dude right there. That's my dude right there. Cassidy won that battle, no question. Nah, cool Chris. That's just something I do. I'd be like, you're out of here. And then I block somebody. You know what I'm saying? George says, ain't Crippy Puerto Rican, not Mexican. I wasn't really too sure what accent I was doing, you guys. I wasn't too sure, man. Just to be 100 with you. Just to be 100% honest with you guys, I was not too sure what accent I was just doing there. But I was having fun with it, man, because you never want to buy crippy weed. You know what I mean? If you buy crippy weed, you might as well just smoke it in one blunt and hope that you live. You know? You're like, all right, I'm going to put make sure you don't smoke it with any loved ones as well. You don't know what's going to happen. You could end up seeing shapes, all types of shit. They say that in a restaurant when we are out of food. Yeah, that's kind of why the saying is kind of so commercially there. When I be saying like you're out of here, a lot of people kind of mess with it in the chat. They think it's kind of cool, so you know what, man? I'm going to open up the live. If anybody wants to come in right now, if anybody wants to come into the live right now, all that I ask is that you send in a Cash App donation. Oh, yeah, I know, Cool Chris. I wasn't hating on you, bro. I was bidding, my dude. You got to understand, these guys gave me an opportunity to bid. These guys who I won't mention on my YouTube anymore. I'm sorry. I won't mention them. I'm not going to. There's no point in me mentioning them. You know what I mean? There's no point. I don't have fake followers. I never paid for a follower in my existence here, ever. The whole 12 years. First YouTube, this YouTube. Never paid for a follower. Not going to mention people who do. Nobody's salty that you said that, B. Rogers. Sil, not only me, it's not only me saying that Rucky beat Cassidy. Well, it's not me. I didn't see it. You know what I mean? But it's several people now. Now it's not only Cassidy. Now it's not only Lava, Spade, Bump. Now Ab says this was the talk of the town. I'm going to have to release it in a full interview format. Thank you, Cool Chris, if you're for real. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Sorry, I run this hip-hop shit. Dudes really can't fuck with me on this hip-hop shit. I'm going to be 100% honest. Dudes cannot... Oh, sorry, man. I don't really like to use cusses on my channel and shit. Well, I mean, the major ones. You know what I'm saying? I'll say shit, bitch. You know what I mean? Things like that. But I try to have a little bit of respect on my channel, you guys. Everybody that comes on the channel pretty much knows that as well. I'm rolling one up, you guys. Nobody even told me what... Cool, Chris. The best way to contact Ab to get Ab some money, to get Ab any type of support, is to hit the big homie Porilla. And I'll put up his Instagram. It's just Porilla, Poerilla. But Porilla, when anybody asks how to donate money to Ab, I always send them to Porilla because he's actually the manager of Ab, manager of Dark Low. I never like to take any donations for ARAB because I don't want to get that caught up with what I've been doing. You know what I mean? With what I've been doing for 12 years, 12 plus years in the game. Yes, I want to keep Ab's name alive as I did in the past doing interviews with Max B and shit. But you guys do know that I still have a basic, entitlement to promote in any different type of news and hip hop interviews, whether it comes to, you know what I mean, going out and linking with Petey Crack or Gilly or Uncasa or Mike Geronimo. I still do that. You know what I mean? I've been doing that for 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I take interest in artists like a Banglam Smurf or a Max B or an Arab, Dark Low, some people that I've worked with consistently for a decade, that's my prerogative. I've kept relationships with artists like Tone Trump and Hollow the Don. I keep my relationships in hip hop. I don't just go out there, do an interview with someone and burn the bridge. That's why you saw earlier Chevy Woods popped in here. You know what I mean? Math Hoffa be hollering at me. These are guys that I've met throughout the years that I've kept a consistent relationship with. You guys have seen Kid pop in here. He brought me to the G Unit offices over 6 or 7 years ago. You guys, he showed me love when he first got signed to G Unit. I can name any different type of situation. Going down to Miami, working at Circle House. So I just don't want it to get twisted up. But if anybody wants to support Arab, help Ab in any way, if you want to send a donation for the appeal, if you want to send a donation for his family or just him in general, hit Porilla up, man. That's the big homie right there, and he holds it down 100%. And I would really appreciate if anybody would go out there and do something extra to help Ab. You know what I mean? Go the extra mile, guys. That's what's up. Really appreciate you for asking that, my dude. Okay, Sil says, I'm from 30th in Lehigh Ave, North Philly. I'm 37. I grew up around the Major Figgas era and that Cassidy era when they all started. Rosewood was actually in here speaking on it earlier about how everyone would gather up and be battling back in the day like crazy. Appreciate you for tuning in tonight, though. B. Rogers says, Mikey T, man, when did you officially start doing interviews and underground work? Props, brother. I can tell it's been a while. Well, it was actually in 2009, man. It was actually in 2009 when I did my first interviews. My first interview was with Freaky Zeke, and it went on World Star. I was actually in the interview with Freaky Zeke. So this was in 2009. Interview hit World Star, and then I followed it up. Excuse me. I followed it up with another interview with Domination that ended up on World Star as well. And from there, I did an interview with 40 Glock. This was pretty much my biggest interview at this point. I did an interview with 40 Glock that was about an hour long. And we yielded probably about 6 or 7 World Star videos. Six World Star videos back in the day, you guys, when I did the interview with 40 Glock when he was speaking on stealing Ply's chain. Not Ply's, excuse me, when he was speaking on stealing Tyga's chain, when he was speaking on the whole incident that happened with Plies and Jamie Foxx, over 600,000 views. This is a lot of work that I did all, on my own. I started on the game all on my own. You know what I mean? I had a passion and a drive to bring out all the news to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I had a passion and a drive to bring out all this news in hip hop, man. And I really appreciate how many doors have been open to me throughout, my career, from artists like Gilly the Kid, from studio owners like a BB Lewis, who owns the #1 studio in Miami where G Unit and Lil Wayne did a lot of their recording. I'm talking about Circle House, getting opened up to working with legends like Scott Storch. That's really where I got my career started. 2009, 2010, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping the shit going like crazy. Then by 2000 and 2011, I had moved out to Miami, Florida, and it just sky was the limit from then, man. George says, Mike, do you think Math and Disaster should run it back now? I think it would be a dope battle now. Math is doing so much. I just think there's better battles for him out there, George, to be 100% honest with you. From what we've seen with Math, Geechee, Math, and, Method Man, Math and Hollow. I think there's better battles for Math out there than Disaster. And I don't think he needs to run it back with some of these other guys who he's had issues with. But, let me give a major shout out to Cool Chris for the 199 super sticker. Let me see what that super sticker is. It's a dog, because you are my dog, and I appreciate you. No, Chris, I appreciate the donation, man. You're a real one. You're a real one. Major shout out to 40 Cal. I see what he's going through right now, man. I hope everything works out for 40 Cal and his family, man. Shit really sucks what he's going through. Well, Chris, I appreciate anybody that donates to the channel in hopes of seeing me prosper. You know what I mean? I really do. A lot of people, sending in super chats or Cash App donations. You know what I mean? People that want to see this channel thrive. You know what I mean? People want to see me do new things. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it all, man. But like I said, just so nobody gets it misunderstood, I do not accept donations for ARAB. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to get ARAB. Anybody that wants to send money to ARAB, I don't want that confused with me, you guys. And it's no disrespect to Ab. Ab has never out of his mouth ever said to me, Mikey T, you need to take donations for me. So I would never do that. Now, if Ab said this, you need to go on YouTube and you start telling the people this and that and this and that. I would. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna. And I would direct you to the people that you need to be directed to. Like when some people ask me online, how do we get money to Ab? I'm like, yo, the best person to talk to about that is Porilla. Holla at Porilla. You know what I mean? Because he's really Ab's manager. He's Dark Low's manager. And honestly, he's one of the best managers in the game when it comes to actually getting an artist out there, David Ortez says, I got some fire music. How can I send it to you? Well, David, man, right now I'm doing a special. If you shoot a Cash App, if you Cash App $20 right now to Mikey T Movie, you can come on the stream and live freestyle acapella. It's acapella setting though, guys. Yep, Ziggy. But you got to understand, I got the interview with 40 Glock before that whole thing happened with him getting exposed. I did the interview with 40 Glock and the shit did a few million views, man. Like the shit really catapulted me up there like crazy. And I followed that up as well. And from there, I went on to interviewing people like Rick Ross and Pusha T and, Yo Gotti and Young Dolph and Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? I really catapulted myself to the point where I really was doing some of the best work in my career. But I really I love the work that I do in Philly, man. Like, yo, I can't even begin to like tell you about all the major opportunities I've had to work with Gilly the Kid, where Gilly has like personally told O'Malley, like, yo, this is the best dude doing interviews right now. These are memories that I have of Philly. Nobody can take away the memories that I have of Philly. I remember when Tone Trump introduced me to Dark Low in 2011. You know what I mean? I remember having the conversation with Dark Low about how long we've been messing with each other. Like if y'all came around the game in 015, chances are we probably don't know you. You know what I mean? Sorry to say. Forever Liddy. Who is this? What the hell? What happened to O'Malley? Go follow him on Instagram, my dude. Yo, Chase Moolah, salute to you, man. Pattern player. What's popping, man? I'm smoking on some runts tonight. And guys, I'm sorry I got to address it like that, but I'll be damned if y'all don't respect my career for my career. You know what I mean? Respect my career for my career. I've been doing this for 12 years. I've been doing this since I was 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in love with it for 10 years before that. Studied it. Got my weight up. David, well, the Cash App is posted, David, but it's an acapella. If you want to come on the channel and spit an acapella, I'm open to it. Ali, what's poppin', man? Appreciate you, Ali. But at this point, you guys, I'm gonna say, yo, if anybody, I'm gonna say Cash App, Mikey T. I'm gonna ask everybody, y'all want the stream to continue? If you guys want the stream to continue, hit that Cash App. Hit the Cash App if you want the stream to continue. Otherwise, I think we covered everything. I'm just going to roll up and give people an opportunity. But I think we pretty much covered everything tonight, you guys. Now, if somebody wants the show to go a little bit longer, hit a super chat, hit the Cash App. You already know what it is. If somebody sends in a super chat, you got to keep the show going. Hold on. I'm going to roll up right here and give y'all a little bit of an opportunity. But otherwise, y'all, we can just log out and call it a night. I think I'm about to go find some late night grub, to be honest with you guys. I think I'm about to go find some late night grub. I might go hit the casino or something like that. About to roll up this L. I'm going to give y'all an opportunity. I'm going to give y'all an opportunity. If anybody wants the stream to continue, hit that Cash App or hit that super chat. I'm about to roll up, go find some food, late night food shit. The Cash App is pinned. Oh, it's right there too. Shit. Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, though. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, man. Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in on the live. We did a dope joint tonight. You know what I mean? We spoke on, the whole thing with Ab and Rucky. We actually touched on who Ab would want to see Cassidy battle next. And we even dug into the whole Little Durk, Quando, Rondo 50 ticket sale thing, man. Just kind of crazy. Appreciate Rosewood. Really appreciate Rosewood coming in tonight as the co-host. As always, you guys know I like to keep y'all up to date with what's going on. So I'll be back this week with an exclusive interview from Ab speaking on Meek Mill. Really excited to present that to you guys this week. Also, I've got an exclusive interview with Trench Boy Bricks, ARAB's new artist, and we're going to premiere the 3rd episode of the Hip Hop Trivia Battle. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. I really appreciate you guys, man. Again, I don't know if you guys are following me on Instagram, but everybody here who follows me on Instagram right now, I will give you the immediate follow back. Follow Mikey T for a follow back. If you're not following me already, and I highly doubt you guys are following me, because I don't think everyone in here is off of my Instagram channel. So I want everybody to follow me right now, and I'm literally going to follow y'all back. I'm literally going to follow every single person back that follows me right now. Like, on the real. Peace, Bernie. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight, man. I'm trying to think, what should I get to? Hold up. Are you shitting me? There was some more chronic in this bag? God damn it all, man. Could have used that shit earlier. David Ortiz says, I'm trying to figure this shit out right now. You're hilarious. Well, David, do you want the show to continue or something? David, no, I'm about to end the show, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Appreciate everybody.